Please wait 1 second, folks, as we gently invade your crystal ball. Hi-ho, all you enterprising seekers of knowledge out there. So sorry to intrude on your regularly scheduled ScribeTube programming, but here's a deal you won't want to miss. Name's Shinsulki, humbly serving you with the key to eternal life. That got your attention? My new book, The Black Market Guide to Immortality, is a definitive manual documenting all the forms of eternal life out there and how to achieve them. Oh, wondering if it's legit? Well, if it wasn't legit, why is it banned by every government in the Eastern region, But us casters, we let our magic do the talking, don't we? So, present it for your approval. Legend lore. The Black Market Guide to Immortality is Nine Heavens Press's new 5E and Pathfinder 2E sourcebook. Filled with world building expanding on the setting of our first crowdfunded book, Undying Corruption. It breaks down immortality, the pinnacle of magical pursuit, into tiers of increasing difficulty and rewards. We also introduced new races, a new subclass for each class, new magic items and spells, and a full bestiary of creatures, all inspired by East Asian religions and mythologies. It's everything and anything you need to overcome and conquer death. If you want more, just follow our ScribeTube transmission to your local underground retailer and ask for my book. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Hope those hero types didn't make it any further into your lair. Toodles.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of Undying Corruption. This is our Korean folklore and mythology campaign. Undying Corruption is by our sponsor, Nine Heavens Press. Thank you so much to Nine Heavens Press for making this series possible. We are featuring giveaways on social media and during this live stream as well. So please be sure to use !enter to join. Or for the folks who are watching over on YouTube, you can check out more information about our giveaways over on Blue Sky. You can find a bunch of awesome new content available for Black Market Guide of Immortality. You can also check out this QR code very conveniently above my head. You can read about how it features 5 new species and ancestries based on mythologies and folktales from China, Japan, and Korea. There's also 13 new subclasses, 50 monsters, and much, much more. We are going to go around and reintroduce ourselves. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and a little bit about who you're playing today. And we'll start with Kitty. Faria.
Hi, I'm Fariha. I'm a variety content creator, full-time streamer for the past 8 years or so. I make content focused on good storytelling and joy in the learning process and all kinds of silly, goofy comedy. So if Pumpkin Hour is your thing, like the after midnight sillies, come on by. But I'm going to be playing Tashi tonight, and she is a narca prosecutor rogue, one tasked with a very burdensome job, but trying to find that ever elusive work-life balance by discovering what it means for her to use her skills in a good and meaningful way instead of just to harm.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Brandon.
Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon R. Kim. I'll be playing Kyung Bo today. A little bit about Kyung Bo. Kyung Bo is a species brand new to the Undying Corruption world. They are a Jangsung, which, if you don't know, is basically like a totem of protection, protecting towns and settlements across the land. And Kyung Bo is one of those who was brought to life. They are also a brand new subclass as well, unique to the world of Undying Corruption. They are a tactician. And so it sounds like we might be able to see a little bit more of their toys coming out tonight.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll pass it on over to Kay.
Hello, hey gamers. I'm Replay K. I am a part-time streamer on Twitch at Replay K and Blue Sky, the same at. Tonight I am playing Kengu J. He's a dwarf warlock. My subclass is unique to the world of Undying Corruption as well. His patron is the Chosung Saja. He's passionate about cooking and very stern and has a couple of secrets too. Maybe we'll find out.
Maybe we will. And last but certainly not least, we have Technique.
Hello, I'm Technique. I've been streaming and doing online content for about 11 years now. Also do acting and voice acting. It's a pleasure to be here, as always. I play Suho, who is a Gumiho, which is interesting enough. Fun fact about this is that mostly Gumihos are mostly female. But there's a rare case that a male Gumiho is born. And there I am. Very closed off, very guarded. Walls are up, but slowly letting them down. Definitely cares about the people that are under him and has to control his urges to feed and other things, animal instincts, because he's a beast, unlike everyone else. Thank you for having me here and really to get started. Loving the story.
Excellent. Last time on Undying Corruption, we made our way back to Unsan after surviving what was clearly an assassination attempt following our most mysterious discovery of a body of An Byung-jun, the bottom of a pond. You had managed to put the spirit to rest, and shortly after were assaulted by a number of strangers who had pictures, wanted posters featuring your likeness, something about false mudang, something about no good doers, and it was there that you decided to make your way back to Unsan and figure out what was going on. You sought shelter with Kwan Boram in her chumak, and now you have decided to head towards the Hanok, the estate that belongs to Lord Wan. We left off with our heroes climbing over this tall wall. I'll bring you all back to the map here. So you're able to reposition yourselves however you like. With the combined efforts of your party members, you managed to scale over this clay wall, and looking over, you see this orchard. You remember the general layout of the estate when you had been invited here at the beginning of your adventure. Perhaps the details were not something you were able to investigate very closely. You see among the trees here, there are two bodies, two people laying down on the ground. It's a bit difficult to discern what their nature is from the distance. They are completely unmoving. And in the distance, you can see patrols of people, guards perhaps, that belong to Lord Wan, moving about. What do you want to do?
I thought someone climbed over before, but maybe I'm wrong.
We can absolutely have someone climb over to, we'll just say that we're going to pick up with everyone on the wall.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about any checks or anything like that.
I believe I will just go and wait, are we on the wall or over the wall or?
Yes, everyone is on the wall. Here, I'll just move everybody up on the wall
Okay,
there.
so we're standing on top of the wall?
So you can see down into this orchard here.
Okay. I think I'll shift in fox form, and these are bushes or trees? I know some of them look like sakura trees and these are just bushes.
As you look down, a floral aroma breezes through you, and you see the manor garden before you. There are organized squares of azaleas and magnolias that alternate in lines. At their centers, you see that 4 alternating trees are growing with plum and yellow blossoms blooming on the branches. You see that there is a golden bell tied to a string hanging down from the branches of these trees. Petals are slowly falling down.
Okay, before I do what I said I was going to do, I'll turn to everyone and say, well, this can't be this easy.
No. But I think maybe we should take our opportunity and slip down. Better than being on top of the wall.
You, of all people, may be the best one to go down because I believe whatever is in there is probably affecting. And I'll nudge myself. We could see those laying down since we're on top of a wall, correct?
Yes, go ahead and roll me a perception check for a closer look.
Yuck. 11.
Okay. An 11. You see that there are two people that are of a smaller stature. You're able to tell that they are both gnomes. However, they are face down and not moving. You can't tell anything else from that.
They can be dead or they can be affected by something here, so you seem to have the most resistances.
All right. I think Kyungbo is. How high is the wall? Can I slip over it and just plop to the ground?
Yes, you can drop down pretty easily. It's about 25
Okay.
feet tall.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Kyungbo is just gonna just kind of like slide their way, and maybe Jop Jop goes down first. Jop Jop is my clay dragon companion, and so maybe Jop Jop slides down and kind of gives Kyungbo something to kind of land on, and then I think Kyungbo will be down there to help everyone else down.
Okay. Jop Jop's body acting a bit of like a slide here. You're all able to soundlessly slip down if you like. Please feel free to move your tokens however you want them.
I think I'm going to shift into fox mode and stay on top of the wall.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I will.
Kashi is going to lurk closer behind one of the trunks of the larger trees in the garden and try to get an eye on what this creature is.
Okay, can I get a perception check from you? Ooh, a dirty 20.
That's 20.
Excellent. You can tell me how you know this or perhaps what memory or experience you call upon, but you can tell that these two gardeners are magically asleep. And you are able to also see that beside this golden tree here, that there is a glyph of sleep trap. So you're able to tell that these gardeners must have tripped these sleeping spells etched into these trees.
Step carefully. I think there are spells among these branches and trunks. Can I try to look among the other trees and just see if I notice anything else?
Yes, you're clearly able to see that there are no other markings on them. It only seems to be, make sure that you can see this one here, as well as this one here. With that dirty 20, I'll even say that you see a small glowing circle that acts as a perimeter around the tree as an area of effect. So it appears to be about like a 5-foot radius around the tree.
Oh, incredible. Either I'm missing something or these two are very unlucky. Stay clear of those trees.
Okay. I guess Kyungbo will look back up to Suho and go, Are you coming down?
I don't think I can speak. Can I speak mentally to you guys? Let me see. I don't know if I can speak in this form. I think I might be able It doesn't say.
Bark once if you're coming down, twice if you're not.
I will shake my head and then gesture ahead as if I want to scout ahead atop the wall. And then I'll sulk down and then just kind of slowly move around the perimeter of the wall.
Okay. Excellent. As you begin to move along the wall here, you can see into the next courtyard, essentially beyond this wall here. In this area up ahead, you can see that there are large black and brown earthenware pots lining in rows atop a stone platform off to the side of a clearing. One of these pots is shattered and the shards are scattered over the ground. You know this to be an ongi. This is generally used for like food storage, making kimchi, making clay, all sorts of crafting.
Okay. And I don't notice any other movement guards wise or anything.
Go ahead and roll me
Make it
another
a perception.
perception. Yeah.
Right. It's the same roll. 11.
11. Okay, I will say that in your fox form, I imagine you're very sensitive to smell. These pots smell strange. There's something weird about them. But as far as movement goes of things around the area, you don't see anything in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. Yeah, if anybody's watching, I'm just gesturing in this area and kind of rigid, as like fur probably standing up on ends, sniffing the air and shaking head like ugh, when it comes to that. But I don't see any movement, so whatever, depending on what what our team does, I will stay here.
I think Kengu will. He's not quite sure the range of the glyphs, so he'll just press himself against the wall and just slowly like inch along the perimeter towards where Suho's gesturing.
I have an idea. I think what I'm going to try to do, since I can see the area of effect a little bit better, I would like to hook my bow around one of the feet of the gardeners that are asleep, and I'd like to pull their bodies kind of out of that range so I can interact with it, and just see if in their body, like their pockets, I might find like a key to the estate or to sheds or something that might help us in our breaking into the estate.
I love that so much. Go ahead and roll me investigation. And we'll say that you pull this gardener out of the range here.
Incredible.
So you see Tashi hook this gardener's foot with the bow and just sort of strain and pull them. They are very slight, so it's not very difficult, but it does take a little bit of time. With a 9 investigation, you begin to gently pick through their pockets and you just find seeds and like a half of like a rice cake in their pockets and nothing really of value.
Ah, shoot.
They do sleep soundly though. Even though you like drug them across the ground, they're still asleep. You can tell because of the magical sleep spell, you'll literally have to shake them awake.
Could I try to do that with the other one as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You move over here and you'll essentially drag them out. Go ahead and roll another investigation check.
Boop, boop, boop.
Okay. An 8. Unfortunately, the same thing. This person has basically what appears to be seeds and dirt.
Well, shoot, if we ever want to start a farm. All right, onwards. Try to follow me. And I also press closer to the wall, and start moving towards where Suho is.
Okay. as you begin to creep further and further into the estate, can I get perception check from everyone?
And I think maybe Kyungbo is gonna use. I don't know if I had this up before, but my steady as we go, which gives us +5 bonus. I can just use that again because I don't remember if I had that.
Sure.
So everyone can get a +5 bonus
Do their perception
for the
checks?
next hour. Yes, and investigation
Okay.
for the next hour.
Perfect. So, Suho, your 7 turns into a 13. Kangbu, your 6 turns into an 11. Am I doing... That's
What
not
does-
math.
Yeah.
12. 12, 11. Okay. And then Tashi, your dirty 20 turns into a 25.
What
Okay.
does a natural 1 turn into?
A natural 1 turns into a 6.
Oh, great.
So, Kyungbo, please tell me why you're distracted or you're unable to pick up what essentially your other companions are going to be able to.
I think Kyungbo is kind of still looking at the sleep glyphs on the trees. They're etched into it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think Kyungbo is just kind of like focused in on them and just kind of like a little curious about how these gardeners like fell into this trap, and I think they're just a little bit distracted at that.
Okay. Kengbu, Tashi, Suho, as you begin to move further north, trying to basically circumvent this wall, you see that you're coming up on a well. Tashi, you are the first to notice that there appears to be a humanoid figure bent over the well, reaching into it and trying to gather water to drink up into their face. You immediately clock that this person, or what was once a person, is absolutely now a zombie.
Oh dear. Okay, stick really close to the walls. And we need to turn this corner as fast as we can, unless we want noise. Come.
Tasha, are you leading us around like that U-turn to get on
Oh,
the
yeah.
other side? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll follow you.
And so we try to step on forward as quietly as we can.
Okay. You maneuver around, and this individual seems completely obsessed with drinking water. You hear them struggling and grunting as they try to consume this water, just completely ignoring or not even sensing the group of you. You pass by with great ease, even with Chop Chop and the clinking ceramic plates of his body. Doesn't seem to distract or disturb them whatsoever.
These are either the worst guards of all time or something's deeply wrong.
Or we're the best criminals ever.
As you round the corner
You know what?
here,
I like that.
you see the ongi that Suho had seen as well. Strange scent carries on the wind. Something rotten.
And it's coming from those pots.
Yes.
I think Kyungbo is going to just start investigating there. It looks back to everyone and goes, "Don't worry, I don't need to breathe, and I'm immune to poison. I got this." And it's just gonna go and get a little closer, and maybe Suo's kind of like pointing with their little nose to kind of towards where they smell it.
Okay. Kyungbo, you reach down for one of these massive ceramic lids and you open the ongi and you see lurching out of them are 3 zombies.
Oh no.
I'm going to need everyone to please select your token and roll for initiative here.
Oh no. I am not immune to that. Tell you what.
They
Boo, this is not how we make kimchi, right?
No.
No.
It's not a special recipe or something.
No.
Not how mom used to make it.
With
No.
hatred in her eyes.
All right. And so I
Ooh.
think Kimbo just goes on my turn. If I am not mistaken.
Yes, Chop Chop will
Okay.
essentially go on your turn, yeah.
Yeah.
One,
Guys,
two.
we didn't roll too good.
All right, Tashi, you go first. You hear the sound of the ongi smashing as this body erupts out. There is this person that is in a various state of decay. You see that the flesh of their face is beginning to slough off. The smell of rotten meat comes permeating out of the remnants of this jar as they stumble out, trying to reach for Kyungbo. What would you like to do?
You must be thirsty. And I open my water skin and I throw it at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand here.
Yeah, so much salt in that kimchi.
Oh my god, that's a natural 20. Okay, with 24, you uncork your water skin and you splash it right onto this zombie here. We'll say that as it begins to try to come towards you, it slips on the clay pot and it falls to the ground. It will start its turn prone. However, you see that the water doesn't have any other effect other than making the ground slippery.
Oh, so the other one was just thirsty on main. Okay, understood. I imagine that's my action?
Yes.
Okay. I think for bonus action, I will take the ready action and try to flank towards the other side, moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe there.
Okay,
Yes.
excellent. King Boo, it is now your turn.
Okay. I think Kangbu will center himself towards the action a bit more, and then bonus action to use Regalia of the Death God. So you'll see him sort of straighten out his robe a little bit. You see wisps of turquoise and violet energy emanate from them. And then he'll cast a good old-fashioned Eldritch Blast at the zombie.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and number them just for ease.
Okay.
One directly in front of Kyungbo will be number 1.
15 to hit.
15 absolutely is a hit. Their armor class is 8.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me some damage, please.
It's 5 force damage.
Okay. As your Eldritch Blast comes careening out, it smashes into the shoulder of the zombie, and you see bits of skin and meat go flying off of bone here. The body is completely rotten through. Anything else for you?
That's my turn.
Okay. Suho, it is your turn.
Okay, I can't do any magic in this form, funny enough. So I have to spend an action to get out of it. So I'll do that. I'll spend an action to get out of my trickster fox form in my humanoid form. And then for a bonus action, I'll flick a wrist and throw a healing word at the one in front of Bo.
Ooh, okay.
Mm.
Excellent.
Let's see. All right, yeah, I gotta help me out. The first thing I want to do is target it, and I can't do that on this.
I know.
Wait. I guess it doesn't. It's not a hit or anything. It's a heal. So I guess does it automatically hit?
let's see.
Yeah, it says a creature of your choice that you can see within range. So there's no. Let's see, creature of your choice can be within. Yep. 1d4 spellcasting. Doesn't say anything about like a hit. It's instantaneous.
It says for this spell in the body here that it has no effect on undead or constructs. So if you want to undo that, we can undo that. Because you would know your own spell.
That way? Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
Well, I wasn't sure.
That's interesting. What is this? Okay. Well, after I go into my human form, I will do nothing. I don't think I have a bonus action. Nope. That's the only bonus action I have. So I will just ready up and maybe go into a defensive stance or something. I don't know.
Okay. Kyungbo, it is your turn.
All right. I think Kyungbo, in this moment, they're thinking back to all their times in front of their hometown, all the merchants coming back and forth with clay pots and them clanging around, and Kyungbo not being able to get much rest as people are moving up with these clay pots. And coming back to this moment, they are very concerned that if we start smashing these clay pots, everyone's going to know that we're here. So Kyungbo is going to look back to the rest of the group as this zombie's probably trying to bite into them and just goes, "Shh, we got to be quiet." And they're going to try to sneak into the clay pots and grab the two in the back.
Okay.
And just see if they can like just pluck them out of these pots and then bring them to a place that we can take care of them.
Okay, I'll give you an option here. You can roll athletics for at regular if you want to grab one. If you want to try to grab both, I'll say it's at disadvantage.
Oh, give me that disadvantage.
Okay.
Plucking two of them. All right.
You'll have to hit their armor class, which is 8, so it's pretty low.
So it's pretty low. Makes sense that this would be easy. The higher one's a 5.
Okay.
The lower one's a 3 plus 5 is an 8.
Okay, so at disadvantage, unfortunately, that 5 is not going to be enough. As you reach over, you manage to make
it's 5 on the dice.
Oh, okay.
5 on the dice, 3 on the dice, plus 5 is an 8.
Okay, so you meets beats. All right, so
Yes.
You grab them, they grab you back, which actually helps you as you hoist them up out of the ongi here, and you begin to move back towards here. We'll say that you have to move at as difficult terrain.
Okay.
So you started here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you'll be able to clear this pretty easily here as you're kind of like dragging them along. They try to flail ineffectually, trying to grab for your arms.
And I think while I'm doing that, Jop is going to try to pluck the other one. How do I do that? Cool little ping. Oh, ping.
You just hold left click. Yeah.
Hey, cool. Yes, I think Jop's gonna slither forward and try to pluck that one out.
Okay. Need a strength or athletics check.
Okay. Strength. Oh, I'm rolling good. So that's a 7 plus 2 is a 9.
Okay, that is enough. So you're basically able to pull them out of the pots here.
Okay. It's just like plop them both on the ground. And I think Jop just has one in their mouth.
Yeah, they are going to be effectively restrained here. So let me go ahead and throw that on.
Okay, and I think that's what we're doing here.
Okay.
That's the turn.
It is now the zombie's turn. The one that is being gripped by Chop will try to attack it. This will be at disadvantage. So as a natural 1, a 4, it just sort of like wet slaps its fingers and its hands at Chop, just bouncing off of the clay here. And then the 2 that are on you are going to try to attack you. These are both at disadvantage. A 10 and a 9.
Ooh, both of them miss.
I imagine that they're trying to like scrabble to pull on your arm to try to get themselves up off of the ground, and they are just absolutely struggling here.
Just all that time in the kimchi made their hands soft. They can't.
You actually don't see any kimchi or any indication that they might have been in these pots for very long. In fact, you get the sense that maybe this is a recent addition.
Oh, a new recipe, Gangbu.
Tashi,
Maybe this is the way of the future.
as you start your turn, you see that Chop Chop and Kyungbo are pulling the zombies out of the ongi here. To your left, behind you, you can see what appears to be forges. You can hear the fire roaring.
Oh. Everyone, quick. We have fire here. We can throw them in. And I'm going to try to... Is Jop Jop grappling a zombie and then Kyungbo is grappling another?
Yeah, all three of them are grappled right now.
Okay. I'm gonna try to take some slices, I guess, at their necks so that they can't go for bites.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be a slice with the...
Since they are restrained, this will be at advantage.
So that's a 14 to hit.
Okay, that absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage here.
And it would be with the sneak attack modifier because I took the ready action, right? So that would
Yes.
be...
Holy shit.
Right. 20
Okay.
damage.
Nice.
So, describe to me what this blow that would definitely fell any normal person would look like. Unfortunately, because it is a zombie, when it hits 0 hit points, it goes back up to 1. Describe to me what this whole maneuver looks like.
Tashi, being very trained at doing killing blows, would know how to recognize a carotid artery from a mile away. But since this creature is rotted and sinewy and falling apart at the seams, it's like her knife meets, it's like the rapier meets butter as it cuts into this like green yellowing flesh and tears through the neck, lopping it off to one side, barely attached to the creature still.
It tries to reach for you. It's barely holding together in front of you. Anything else
Whole
for you?
thing. I'm gonna start moving towards the forges and just clearing the way for the others. See if I can remove any debris, and I'm gonna motion to the others like, quick, over this way.
Okay. As you move closer, can I get a perception check from you?
Whoop. That's a 16 plus a 6, 22.
Okay, as you're coming up closer, you see that there are burnt remains by the forge here. It looks almost as if someone had been tossed in earlier. Unfortunately, you can't discern any details about them.
Oh, fuck, shit, fuck.
Like there's someone inside?
Like you see the rags, they're burnt. There's no saving whoever is inside, but someone was thrown inside, yes.
Can I add a quick cursory glance? Are any of them empty, or...
Oh, yes. No, they're completely clear. You can use the furnaces for whatever you want. It seems you're not the first person to use them.
Shoot. So there's nothing inside to pull out and investigate
Yes, there is not.
later? Okay.
Tashi, is there something cool over there you want us to see?
Oh, we'll talk about it later.
Well, I'm excited.
Oh, don't be. And I'm just gonna start maybe readying a tinderbox and getting that prepared to
Okay.
toss in there.
Hengbu, it is your turn.
All right. Okay, that's a wide range for 30 feet. Okay. I'm gonna move next to this furnace. I'm gonna target Zombie 1 with another Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
13 to hit.
All right. That is a hit. It only has 1 hit point here. Tell me what this looks like as you follow up Tashi's slice and take out this zombie.
Yeah, Kengu sort of charges up a spectral green ball of force energy and fires it directly into the core of the zombie for a little bit of zombie fireworks.
Just explodes into parts and just falls out of Chop Chop's mouth.
You can finish that Chop Chop if you want a little treat. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Suho, it is your turn.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to move. Let's see. I'm surprised I even remember how to do that. I think move up to 30 feet, right? Where is my movement? 35. Okay.
Ooh. You are
this is a nimble-
swifty.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move here, and for an action, I'm going to summon my ink
Okay.
piece. If I can put it in the chat, it's not by clicking that; it's clicking this.
Nice.
Right, and now I'm going to summon it. Where is my? There it is. Wait, I can. Shouldn't I be able to drop this somewhere?
Here, I've dropped it
Where is
for
it?
you. Where do you want to put it?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Probably like right here.
Okay.
And that is it for my action. And I don't have a bonus action for that. So, and then after I go, the ink piece goes. And the ink piece will look like one of the guards that was on the ground, one of the gardeners, little gnome.
Okay.
He'll walk up to the zombie, goes, ah! And he'll swing a arm like a punch. Yeah, like a punch
rake.
to the yeah, rake. A punch to the zombie. I don't think they get weapons though, unfortunately. Maybe I can paint a weapon in his hand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Slings it at the zombie in front, and that'll be a slam attack.
Yes, this will be at advantage because it is restrained.
Where here it is, ink slam. Okay.
21 absolutely hits.
Good lord.
Holy.
Okay, man. I don't ever need to take actions. And that is also going to be some acid damage. So there should be a way I can
Next.
click on it, does damage?
Yeah. Takes
Yeah, there we go.
7 acid damage. And then it has to roll
Now,
acrobatics
Yes.
or athletics.
there you go.
Let's see.
My spell DC should be 14 if I'm not mistaken.
It
if I have
rolled
my
a natural
memory.
1.
Oh well, never mind. That thing is
So
on
it's
the
like
ground.
double grappled here. Essentially, Kyungbo is holding it, and then the ink piece is like attached to it. It is
Yeah,
not
it's holding
going
its
anywhere.
waist.
Yeah.
It's just like. All right, Kyungbo, you're up.
All right. I think Kyungbo and Jop Jop, hearing Tashi's call, Jop Jop first, kind of like I don't know why this is in my head, but like Pluto from Mickey Mouse, just the way that the animation just like kind of like clops around. Jop Jop is gonna have the zombie just like falling out of his mouth in like parts, and is just gonna make their way over as close as they can go. I think with I guess both their movement and their action, and just bring the rest of the zombie. And then Kyungbo is gonna holding the zombies like this, and now I guess with Suo's ink piece gardener holding onto the waist of one of them, is going to bring them over behind the building as well.
Okay.
Oh, are you holding these up?
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
like,
okay. My gnome is just dangling.
yeah, just dangling.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20. Okay, you'll basically be able to bring it like here-ish, and then the ink piece is also kind of getting drug with
Yeah.
it.
I think I was. Could I use my action as well? So just move like another 15.
Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
essentially, like you'll have them like this.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's and then Kyungbo, I guess, is gonna look at Tashi and go, where do you want them?
Right here in the first one.
Okay. I don't think I can get there this turn. But I guess I have on both. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep holding on to them.
Okay.
And bring them over next turn.
That's right. Gives us time to get the fire going.
Yes. So it is now the zombies' turn. They are going to try to. All right, this one does a touch the ink piece. Is going to try to hit the ink piece. Disadvantage. A 13.
Wait, this thing has my AC, doesn't it? Let me see. Oh, armor class is 10. Yeah, it's 10.
Okay.
So I get hit.
So it is a hit. You see the arm just slaps the side of the ink piece. 7 bludgeoning damage. And then the other zombie is going to try to hit Kyungbo here. The 15.
Oh, a 17 AC.
I imagine this hand's coming up and it just sort of just bounces off of your head, doesn't do anything. All right, Tashi, you're up.
All right. I think the best thing I can do is get 1 or 2 of these furnaces going. So I'm going to look into my pouch and I have a tinderbox. I have 2 flasks of oil. I'm going to empty maybe 1 flask of oil into either furnace and just like try to toss a match into each.
Okay, I'll take a survival roll here. We'll do it at advantage because you're using resources.
All right. Oh, it's at the very bottom.
It's a 14. 14. Not bad. Okay.
Oh, it's an advantage, right? Yes.
Yes. We'll say that you managed to get this one going here. Oh, I should use a different color for that. Here we go. You managed to get this one going here. It starts to roar to life. All of you essentially have to like reel back here as it consumes the oil greedily.
Oh. And the other one needed more fuel, I suppose.
Yeah, you have to start to work on the other one.
All right. And I'm going to step aside so the others have more room to stand where they need to.
Okay. Pengbu, you're up.
Okay. Just a quick bit of measuring. Okay. He'll take a step to the side. He'll cast another Eldritch Blast on zombie number 2.
Okay.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
13 is a hit.
13 a hit. He'll turn towards Kyungbo and say,
Kyungbo's dropping them
Let go.
as the blast is coming.
Because you're like,
Yeah.
and he'll use the what is it called? Grasp of Hadar.
Yeah.
So you'll see spectral green, sort of like bony hand reach out, grasp the zombie, and pull it 10 feet towards him, hopefully into the furnace.
Nice.
yeah, it is not contested, so it just you hear a shrill cry as the zombie is consumed by flame, drug into the furnace. And I'll say with a free action, you can just slam that thing shut if you want.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll do it with the grasp of Hadar too.
Okay, excellent. You smell this sickening, rotting miasma as it hits the furnace. The door closes. It helps mitigate it, the overwhelming aroma of this stink, but it does still permeate, and you see this foul black smoke beginning to roil out of the device. I'm gonna go ahead and say that zombie is pretty toast. Anything else for you?
That's my turn.
Okay. Suho, you are up. Can I get a perception check from you?
Sure. Wink. 21.
Oh, +5 too.
Ooh, 26.
26.
Okay. As you are from where you are standing, there is a door right here to your left, and then there's double doors somewhat behind you. Your ear twitches as you catch the sound of something moving inside past the double doors. So over in this direction.
Oh, say we may have more visitors, and I will prep an arrow shot with my bow towards those whichever door opens up,
Okay.
and that'll be my action. And I can move actually, so I'm going to move here.
Okay.
To get a better angle on both doors, and then the ink piece will continue to whip its little legs around to try to rip the waist off of this zombie. The only thing it can't do with another ink slam.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, man, this thing is insane. Okay.
23 hits. 24 hits.
Yeah, 24.
Cut him in half. Cut him in half.
Yeah, he's just like just helicoptering. 8 damage.
Okay.
Acid.
Oh my god. So tell me what this looks like as the zombie disintegrates. If it took a regular attack, it would have basically come up with the undead fortitude. But because this is acid, it gets taken out. What does this look like?
Oh, wow. It's just violently spinning. And since I am facing the doors and not paying attention, I gave a command. Didn't tell it to stop, so it just keeps going. And it's going faster and faster and faster until the acid eats away, and it'll like sling the ink piece towards Gumbo and hit the ground, and just kind of like shakes his head and stand up and opens his arms up, and it's just pieces are just starting to fall from it.
Oh, good.
There's just an array of viscera and gore here in this area. Kyungbo, it is your turn. You can see.
Can I still move?
Oh, yes, of course. Absolutely.
Okay. I think he gets how much movement? 25 feet. Wow. This thing is powerful. Okay. Oops, I did not mean to do that. There we go. 1, 2.
There's also a door here to the north. So these like light squares that you see are doors.
All right. And I'm done. That's where the ink piece will be.
Okay. Kyungbo, you see as the remaining 2 zombies are eviscerated by your companions. You do also see that Suho seems to be paying attention to something, pointing a bow and arrow towards these 2 doors.
Okay. I think okay. So both zombies are eviscerated. And got something to deal with. Okay, I guess Kyungbo now just holding a single head of a zombie without the rest of the body is going to just throw the head kind of back towards Tashi, because it seems like Tashi's wanting to yeah.
Tashi, you catch it easily.
I gotta go, and then turns around and makes their way. So 1, 2, I guess 3, and so this is a door here. These. Okay. And Suho, are you pointing towards this top one? Is that the one that you're looking at?
It's both. It's whichever one opens first.
Okay. I guess Kimbo's just going to run and kind of get like ready and attack with their bangmangi. And if Suho fires at that door, Kimbo's just not even going to look and just going to swing.
Okay.
I really hope it's not the lady of the house. Goes to the
I will say Kyungbo is taking cues from Suho. So
Okay.
if Suho doesn't fire, Kyungbo won't. But like what's like is Kyungbo's just like looking at Suho like this and is just ready to just no look swing at the door.
You're just like your body's pointed at the door, but your head is pointed over towards Suho.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I guess Chop Chops will do the same exact thing like here. I guess like I don't know if like there would be outside of the door.
Hmm.
Jop's gonna do kind of the same thing, but instead of the club, Jop has like their tail that they constrict enemies with, kind of at the ready as well. And if Suho fires at that door, Jop's gonna try to constrict whatever
Okay.
comes out.
Love it. All right. With the zombies defeated, they are no longer in the turn order, but the doors do open. And as they do, you see stumbling out is two skeletal creatures.
Yep.
I know we said this man had skeletons in the closet, but come on.
Come on!
Man.
You hear someone shouting from within. So the door is open now. I'm just going to go ahead for the sake of ease. Where's the button? Reveal area.
Area. Please.
There appears to be someone shouting from within. Oh,
Uh-oh.
they go
I can see that person.
first.
Wait, don't I get to shoot since the door opened?
You absolutely can. So I'll just describe to you what you see here. So you see the doors burst open, and stumbling out are two skeletal creatures. They appear to be reanimated remains of what used to be humanoids, and behind them is someone wearing dark robes. You see that they are wearing pure black cloth, and they have on a cot as well, this sort of scholarly like hat, and they're pointing, gesturing over to the skeletal creatures. You instantly get terrible vibes from this person. They are controlling undead. What does Suho do when they see this?
First of all, do I have clear vision of this necromancer?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I have a greedy smile on my face. I don't even alert anybody or say anything. I just shoot straight into that direction at the lesser necromancer.
And as Suho shoots, right as the arrow passes, you see Kyungbo swinging at the skeleton right next to them.
Okay,
That
let's go.
is a 20. Wait, does your bonus work with... It only works with investigation and perception.
Yeah.
So that's a 20. Yeah.
Okay. 20 is a hit.
And then, sorry.
Go ahead and roll damage, Suho. Okay, that's 5 piercing
Lovely
damage.
5. Mhm.
Okay. You hear them shouting like, and they bowl over here as they take an arrow to the shoulder. Youngbo, you swing. Go ahead and roll for me.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 on the dice plus 5, so a 24.
That hits. Armor class is 13. You can see that there are scraps of armor attached to the skeleton, and you easily, bam, smack them across the rib cage.
All right. And that is a 4 and a 3 plus 3, so 10 points of damage.
Okay. What type of damage is that?
It's bludgeoning.
This thing freaking explodes, man. You completely shatter this thing. It appears to be vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. As you swing, all of the bones, just kind of like a cartoon, just go scatter all around like dice.
Can one of the ribs get lodged into the other skeleton's ribs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
Has extra ribs now.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll give it 1 extra hit point.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was really asking. Okay, so now we know Stella's math. Extra ribs equals extra hit points. So now we can really play.
Don't go around taking bones out of skeletons. All right. Okay, so those were the triggers. The necromancer will go first here on the top of the turn order. They essentially will stumble out here, and they will turn their sight onto Kyungbo.
Great. Hello.
Hi. 1 sec. they're going to try to cast a spell on you. You see them raising a wicked finger towards you. You see that their nails have not been cut in some time, and they look almost claw-like as this yellow nail, crooked and chipped, points at you, and they will cast Ray of Enfeeblement. So I need you to roll me... Oh, it's a ranged attack. Okay. How do I roll this?
Just your spell attack modifier.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably like a -5 or something.
it's a +4.
What?
23.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh
fine.
my gosh.
Whatever.
Okay, I think that hits.
I think so.
Okay. Okay, on a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends. Okay, so you see this green light just crackle out of their finger as it hits you, Kyungbo. This luminescence swallows your chest, and you feel vitality being drained from your body, not necessarily to the necromancer themselves, but from you. You almost feel the strength leaving your core here. How does Kyungbo react to this? I imagine this might be the first time someone's done a spell like this on you.
Yeah, I think Kyungbo, like right after they destroy this skeleton, is like about to face off against the other one. And just out of the shadows comes this necromancer, dark and hooded. This green beam comes, and as it hits Kyungbo, kind of that light seeps into their wooden form, and out of their small, sort of weathered cracks, you can see like a little faint green light come, and Kyungbo drops to one knee. And the Bao Monkey, their club, is just a little bit harder to hold.
Okay. Tashi, something has happened to Kyungbo here. You can hear a kerfuffle around the corner. What do you do? It's your turn.
Before the doors burst open, Tashi was debating putting both her rapier and her hands in the furnace because of the zombie gunk and all the nastiness that was there. And hearing this happen, hearing the sound of pain from Kyungbo and this clattering of bones, immediately just like resolves to wipe it on a ropes and turn the corner to see what the hell is going on. So we're going to move as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe? No, 6. There we go. And I think I'm gonna take a ranged attack at the lesser necromancer.
Okay. Yes. You would like to do a ranged attack. Are you throwing a dagger?
A short bow shot.
Ooh, perfect. Yes.
So that would be an 8 to hit.
Okay. Unfortunately, an 8 will miss. As you draw the bow, I imagine what you see here is just the skeleton in front of the necromancer sways in the way, and it just makes an imperfect shot here. It raises up its weapon, which appears to be a short sword, and it just deflects it from hitting the mark.
Oh,
So
shit.
it's not the extra rib that the Tashi
It's the
shot
extra
hits.
rib. So this skeleton is holding a short sword and an extra rib, and it blocks with the extra rib. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so the extra rib is now -1 hit point from that skeleton because it now got hit by Tashi.
Yeah. So okay, let me edit it. It's gonna go back down. Yeah. Okay, so it's back to normal.
It only makes sense. Undying Corruption, folks.
We do bones.
All right. Anything else for you?
And I guess for a bonus action, just take a ready action for the next attack.
Okay, very good. Kingbu, it is your turn.
Kengbu is like halfway through wiping his hands. Job done. He hears the sound of conflict around the corner and sees Suho shoot, so he'll rush around the corner, take a quick glance, and fire off another Eldritch Blast at the goth dude in the distance.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a 23 to hit.
That is absolutely
nice.
a hit.
For 8 force damage.
Ooh,
And
okay.
then he'll use Grasp of Hadar again to yoink the necromancer 10 feet towards Kyungbo.
You hear as a just this spectral hand just pulls them right in front of Kyungbo.
Oh, nice.
Have you met my friend?
Mhm.
That's my turn.
Okay. Suho, it is now your turn.
Yes, I'm trying to see if Gumbo is actually hurting or not.
No, I think the spell was just to sap my strength, so
Ah.
I don't think I took
Gotcha,
damage
gotcha.
from that.
He's
Wait,
only emotionally damaged.
I'm only emotionally
okay.
damaged,
Oh,
and that
okay.
takes a lot more than the spell.
the necromancer is done.
No, here, I'll move the
I think
Oh, I
skeleton.
see.
There's- yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
okay. I was like, oh well, I guess combat's over. Okay.
That was easy.
I'm gonna line up another shot on this necromancer. Why not? Short bow. That's an 11. I'm pretty sure I missed.
Okay, 11 is going to be a hit.
Oh, cool.
Beats
Okay.
beats.
Nice. 5 damage.
Okay.
As you suffer. And as the arrow is flying, the ink piece is just running towards him. And takes does this like cartoon run instead of going straight. It runs in a circle, like a circular motion, feet running faster than it's moving, and it's like it builds up momentum and going in to do an ink slam. Not on a skeleton. Where's the necromancer? Oh, right here. Yeah.
Right here.
To again wrap around the waist. he's a waist lover tonight.
Yeah. Oh my
good
god.
Lord,
21's a hit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
MVP.
All right. Okay. That's awesome. 12. Oh my goodness.
12 acid damage.
If it has anything going down from the waist below, I feel sorry for it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
yeah.
It has to roll an acrobatics or athletics. It'll roll acrobatics here. 13. Has to.
Oh, I think my spell DC is a 14, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Sorry. I'm so used to. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so used to a different module now.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my spell DC? There it is. Actually, no, that's perception. Where is it?
I think it
Together
shares.
spells.
Oh, it does share mine, but I'm looking.
Yeah,
for mine.
14.
Oh, 14.
Yep.
Yeah, I was right. All right,
Okay. So it fails. So it is now grappled by the ink piece.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, ink piece, grabs it, and it's just growling, and it's just acid just pouring from his mouth on top of him.
All right. Yep.
It's into my turn.
You guys having a bad time. Kyungbo,
Get
you're up.
wasted. Okay,
Oh,
I'm
man.
done.
Okay, let's see. Well, first, Stella, would the necromancer need to make some concentration checks on the ray of enfeeblement?
Yes, absolutely. All right, we'll do a constitution save here. It rolled an 11, so unfortunately the spell remains.
Okay. So I think I think as kind of all of this is happening, Kyungbo is getting up from their one knee, and Jop is running underneath Kyungbo. And as Kyungbo is getting up, Jop goes underneath their wooden legs, and Kyungbo slides back onto the back of Jop and looks at the necromancer. Still some of this green pouring out of their pores. Goes, when your friends are alive, they have your back, and is going to swing their Baomangi down on this necromancer.
Okay. This is at advantage because it is restrained.
Oh, yay. That's a 14 plus 5, 19.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
some damage for me.
Damage. Okay, that's a 4 and a 1. I have the great weapon fighting, so I can re-roll that 1. And that's another 1, so I just wasted time. Okay, so that's 5 plus 3, 8. But that's
Okay.
halved, so that's 4, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you smack this person with your pummuggy, you manage to hit them, and they catch it with their hands. Knocks the wind out of them, but they are still up.
Okay. And then I think, I guess, so that's, I think, Kyung Bo. And then for my bonus action, I'll command Jop Jop to do their constrict. And I think Jop Jop, I think we're trying, Jop Jop, not trying to kill this necromancer, trying to just restrain them to a point where they're going to have to talk.
Okay.
It's the hope. So that's also with advantage.
Yes.
That's a 10 plus 4, 14.
That's a hit.
Okay. And so deals 5 bludgeoning damage and is now grappled and restrained.
Okay. That is more than enough. As you see Chop Chop roil up and constrict this necromancer, their hands sort of ineffectually are pinned to their sides, and for a moment they are knocked out. As they go unconscious, you see this skeleton here just fall to the ground. That is effectively combat here.
I think right in this immediate moment, kind of hearing all the like commotion and stuff, Kyungbo is gonna like quickly gesture to go inside that room, and Jop Jop and Kyungbo, pulling this necromancer into the room, are gonna slip inside.
Okay. What does everyone else want to do? You see Chop Chop just lead them away.
Are the doors to the structure like solid, or are there like windows or anything we could peek in?
So the doors are made out of these wooden frames and rice paper, effectively. They slide open. You don't see any windows that are exposed at the moment.
I think Kangbu will try to walk up next to this door and just try to like listen for movement or anything.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
10.
Okay, you don't hear anything.
Oh, and did you add the plus 5?
Oh, 15.
15. You don't hear anything.
Oh, come on.
Maybe there's nothing in there.
No, there can't be. There has to be.
There has to be.
He'll join the rest inside this room.
Okay. As you enter into this room, you will actually see that this room is also open.
Oh.
It almost seems as if the necromancer must have run out from deeper within this building. What does Tashi and Suho want to do?
This zombie, is it still animated?
No. All of the zombies are dead, and the skeleton just crumbled and fell to the ground.
Okay, because there was that one zombie drinking water. Or trying to
yes. That one, you do see that it appears to have fallen into the well.
Oh, that's gross. Okay. Well, my plan was to drink water. No, I was kidding.
Don't drink that water.
Yeah,
That's a bad idea.
No.
Bad water.
I'm going to send the ink pieces. I don't have to dismiss it at all. It stays alive as long as it has hit points. Since it looks like a gardener, I'm going to send it over here.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I'm going to send to have the look around and look-see.
Okay. So, I wonder if your ink piece has sentience. How can it communicate to you? I don't think... All right. I'm going to go ahead and say your ink piece, as it kind of approaches the next area, the door here is locked. So you'll see the gate
Okay.
there, and it gets stopped by the gate.
Okay.
Checking their like key ring.
Okay,
Since
yeah,
they're
if
the
there's nothing
gardener.
there, the ink piece will turn around and then travel back.
Okay.
I'm like, that wall, how high up is that wall? About 25 feet? Same thing?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go in fox form and jump on top of the wall. I just want to peek and make sure there's nothing happening over here.
Okay. For all intents and purposes, because you managed to already succeed climbing the wall one time, I'm going to go ahead and say, unless there's some kind of like physical emergency or distress, you can climb the wall, no problem. All right, so Suho, you're going to climb up the wall. That's going to take you a minute, so we'll come back to you. What does Tashi
Okay.
want to do?
There is another door. I want to open it.
Okay. So you actually have 4 doors here. You have one here, one here, one here, and one here.
I will try them. I will try the one closest to me first.
Okay. As you open the door, it appears to be some sort of a guest quarter. A small room with a neat sleeping mat on the floor. Small dresser. Nothing really else much of interest.
There's nothing that denotes like the individual that might have used this space.
You can see that on the walls there appear to be a number of portraits that have been inked together. You get the sense that this is probably meant for family members of the Lord and not so much like servant quarters or anything like that.
All right. If I don't perceive anything here, I'd like to just go down the row and see what else there is.
Okay. As you move to the next one, you see that that one is empty. And the third one that you come across here, you actually find a number of servants hiding. As you pull the door open, there's a collective gasps of
don't worry.
terror.
Don't worry, we're here to help. We've taken care of the zombies and the necromancer creature thing person making dead people move. Who are you all? Are you family? Are you...
Oh, you see that there are about 5 people here huddled together. And you see that a man begins to step forward, a dwarven man. He says, We work the estate as help. What is happening? We heard monstrous noises and we sought shelter.
How long has this been going on? How long have you been in here?
Oh, it is difficult to tell. Perhaps several hours. We heard growling and a number of bestial noises. Screaming in the distance.
Are all of you here?
This does not account for everyone. People are likely scattered throughout the estate.
Shoot. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Don't open this door unless you hear this knock.
And you see that the man mimics the knock that you indicate. Yes. Thank you. Please be careful.
Right. Sit tight. And I'm going to bolt over to where Kyungbo is.
Okay. So you see Kangbu and Kyungbo are restraining the necromancer here as Tashi rushes in.
And I say we make them eat the bad kimchi.
Yeah, Kangbu's been sorting through his pack to see what ingredients have been hit by the smoke when we incinerated that zombie. So he's like, I have rotten cabbage.
Oh, that would get him good. Yeah. You know, you don't want to wake up from getting clobbered in the head and face of rotten cabbage.
I would hate that.
Be bad news. I think Kyungbo is going to take a second as Jop Jop is restraining this necromancer, and the necromancer's still out, just to kind of like begin looking around the room. Is there, yeah, I guess like, what's this room look like? Is there anything that they spot?
This appears to be a celebration hall of some kind. It is a wide, spacious area. As you're looking around, you see that there are a number of decorations here. There's cabinets to the side, a tiger pelt rug in the very center, and displays of porcelain. It connects to a courtyard leading into what appears to be a network of different rooms.
Yeah, I guess Kyungbo will peek into the next room. Is it room kind of over here?
Yes, you would effectively just see an area perhaps meant for celebration or practicing rituals,
Okay.
things to that
Wait.
effect.
Kyungbo, if you don't have to be holding that thing down, could you come with me? I have something I need your help with.
Chop Chop, listen to Kingbu. And Kyungbo will run out with Tashi.
All right. And as we walk over to this room, I need your help getting these people over the fence. We're going to send them to the inn where we sent that lady earlier.
Yeah.
Yoon. Things aren't safe here.
Right.
How are you feeling? It looked like she did something that affected your strength and...
What? No. I'm fine.
You feeling okay?
Yeah.
Up to the test then.
Yeah. Nothing happened.
Oh. Well, if you insist.
Goodbye. Starts walking.
Oh. I'm walking right next to you. I have to show you where to go, Kyungbo.
This is awkward. I think Kyungbo's like looking in their pack and will like pull out some rope, and just like kind of beginning to like prepare like something to like throw over the wall to like help them scale it.
Absolutely.
Kyungbo, feeling weak does not make you weak. You're a big boy. You can do big things.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know. The witch did something to me, and just made me feel sick.
That looked scary as hell. I've never seen you. It looked like me trying to pick up your club.
You're strong too. It was. I don't know. I just hope we don't see someone like that again. If they can make skeletons and zombies move, I don't like what's going on here. I think Lord Wan is up to some really bad stuff.
I figure as much too. Let's I'm glad you're feeling all right. We can talk about it more later if you wish to, if you need. But these people, they're not too big. Let's try to help them over the fence. Yes.
Right. Oh,
all right.
Should we?
You're good. And Tashi pats him on the back.
Should we get those gardeners that are sleeping, or let them sleep it off?
Maybe them too. We could rouse them real quick after we help the others.
Oh, maybe we can ask Suho, because Suho's made a gardener, and it would be not very threatening if the ink piece goes over and wakes them up and leads them over. Do you think Suho could do that?
Perhaps it might be frightening to be woken up by someone who can't speak, though.
Yeah, and is all black and looks like you.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, well, let's work on this
The ink
first.
piece does look like a person. It's not. It doesn't look like it's made out of ink necessarily.
Oh,
Very
Mhm.
detailed. Yeah.
wow.
It's very impressive magic.
Wow.
Mhm.
It's in HD
So-
4K.
Yes.
All right.
And correction, it does last only an hour. And yeah. So
We got plenty of time here. Yeah.
Youngbo will ask the ink piece and ask the ink piece to ask Suho if Suho wants the ink piece to do that.
Okay. So the ink piece will begin to move over to Suho. Before that, though, Kengbu, from where you are currently in the room with the lesser necromancer, we're going to go ahead and say that the necromancer is effectively restrained. It's not going to be able to get away with Chop Chop, but you do see that this room beyond sort of catches your eye. Can I get a religion check from you?
A 3.
Never mind.
What?
Kengu just sort of like, huh. And then keeps he's like tying the root of a rotten onion to this necromancer's nose with some rope.
I love it. Okay, we'll move. I'm gonna go ahead and move over to Suho now. Oh my god. Okay, Suho,
Mhm.
you climb up this wall here, and as you're scrabbling, you see something very alarming. You see not one, not two, not three, but 4 bodies on the ground here.
Oof.
As you're looking down at this inner courtyard, it looks like something huge tore these people apart and mauled them to death. You see gore and viscera just splattered everywhere. They didn't stand a chance.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll jump down. And with that knowledge, I'll try to head back and let people know. Then the ink piece is just sitting there like it doesn't I don't think the ink piece speaks actually.
I don't think it speaks,
Um,
but I imagine it
Yeah, it has
understands
some kind
people.
of connection. Well, it does. It does.
Mhm.
It understands languages I speak. And it'll just be pointing and gesturing at itself constantly. And I'm kind of annoyed, so I just go do whatever you want, and I walk away to tell the others because that's a little bit more important. So the ink piece will just be like nee, 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 and run along the walls, and well, it's not really super sentient or anything, so I guess it's gonna grab the person by the neck and shake him. It only
Yeah.
knows to attack.
Okay.
It just does that.
Ink slam into the sleeping gardener.
Yeah. Wake up.
So we'll say that as these multiple things are happening all at once, that Tashi and Kyungbo have set up a rope over here by the southern wall. And we have a number of those people that were hiding. They're already trying to climb over, and Tashi and Kyungbo are helping them escape, essentially. You see that the ink piece does come back after some time and has the 2 gardeners who look extremely drowsy and concerned following behind. They're kind of giving them the ink piece a wide berth. They look freaked out and unsure, and they're just sort of slowly creeping forward.
I don't know what happened. So I'm just chilling.
The ink piece has an army now.
Oh yeah, I would be walking towards them. I don't think I would know that Gimbo. I mean, I can hear things that are going on, but I wasn't
Mhm.
really paying attention to them going in the room. So I'll let them know, and I'll say, whatever is going on over that wall over there is way more alarming that went on here. And I guess the ink piece can follow over since it's probably trying to get my attention. Do the gardeners follow or they stay?
Yeah,
Okay.
they sort of like, they're like, who are you? What's happening?
Oh,
Is there like one of the people that were in the room that were helping still down?
Yeah, they're like, come on, let's escape quickly. And effectively, like, unless you want to ask the gardeners or stop them, they're gonna just try to run away as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. got strangled by me. Piece.
Yeah. You like eyeball the ink piece as they're running away.
Yeah.
I think Kyungbo will like tell him to go to the inn. And what was the innkeeper's name?
Guantoram?
Yes,
Mhm.
and yeah, Guamboram, and just tell him to say that like the mudang like sent us there from um, Lord's estate, and I think the last one person going over the wall, I guess Kyungbo is just gonna ask. It's like, is there anything that you can tell us about the estate that might help us in this situation? Secret passages or things that Lord Wan seemed to have been curiously interested in or protective of, rooms not to go into.
We were forbidden from entering Lord Wan's office, but other than that, you might want to speak to Yun, a handmaiden. She knows more than any of us.
You sent her on.
We've talked to Yon is safe at the inn.
Good.
So reune out there, and hopefully by morning there'll be better news.
The lady is still somewhere on the estate. You're not sure where she is.
Is there any other places that we should look for other helpers here at the estate? Any other places that people might be hiding?
Well, the Lord's office and the lady's room is that way, and he points north in the direction of where Suho saw the bodies.
Right. Okay. Well, safe travels.
I'm going to write a note. Since I have brush and paper and all that stuff, and I'm going to put it on the back of the ink piece, and the ink piece is going to go with them, and travel to the inn. And once it gets there and the note gets delivered, it's going to dissipate.
Okay. Sounds good. They are off.
I'll let the others know about what's going on the other side, about there being some terrible carnage to happen, and it looks like something very large is over there, and I didn't want to keep investigating, but I believe that's where the maiden is. The lady of the house is more than likely over there.
Man. And you just sent our best fighter away with all the people. How will we ever deal with what's ever on that side without your ink piece?
I can bring the ink piece back. It just cost me a lot of resources, but I can do it.
Okay. Well, we always have a chance with the ink piece on our side.
I'll smirk and nod.
I'll say that by now, all of the servants that you know of have been rescued. Kangbu, you have successfully tied a rotten onion to the necromancer. What would you like to do next?
I think I will wait for the rest of my companions before attempting to wake up the necromancer. So I'm just playing with Chop Chop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk back. I mean, because everyone's over the wall. There's no sense of me just sitting here, and I'll just peek in and be like, "Oh, you've been busy, I think."
Oh, yes. Should we wake him or just leave him?
Definitely, because I need to know. Well, I might want to gag him so you can't say any type of spells or anything.
I don't think he'll be in a condition to once he smells this, and Kangbu will gently slap the unconscious person on the face.
He wakes up. What is this foul treachery? And you see he just like starts sneezing. He's awake.
I could ask you the same thing.
Who are you?
You first.
I am one of Lord Juan's esteemed guests.
Oh.
The Lord will have your head for this. Unhand me. What is this construct? He's just like trying to like wiggle ineffectually, looking down at Jop Jop.
You typically raise the dead as one of his esteemed guests?
My matters are beyond your concern.
Kangbu presses the onion root further into the dude's nose.
I'm gonna roll a Constitution save for him. He looks very sick.
Yeah, bringing things to life, zombies and stuff, fine. But this onion.
It's not putting onion up his nose, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Ask him about whatever is causing rampage over there, if that's his work or not.
Hmm.
And I'll explain to Gimbu that it's a very large, I won't say it out loud, I'll probably just whisper it. There's a large creature over there that has killed many guards. Or possible large creature, I should say.
Do you have any other works we should know of? Or other esteemed guests?
Go ahead and roll me intimidation. We'll see.
21.
21.
Oh, nice.
I
It's a strong
imagine
onion.
being outnumbered, this extremely rancid onion, his options are extremely limited here. He looks extremely pale. He looks unwell as he says, I am of an order of individuals that are responsible for the mine and its overseeing.
Mm.
If you release
this-
me, I will tell you more.
Does this order have a name?
If you release me, I will tell you more.
Mm.
Kangbu turns back to the group.
I haven't eaten today.
Hmm.
And Suho loves the chase.
Perhaps you help us, and then we'll help you.
Fine. I am from the society.
That's all he
Gotcha.
says.
Yeah. He like
I
runs
won.
and he like
Yeah, I 100% turn into fox form and try to look menacing.
he just shrinks down and he says, I can't breathe like this. Let me go.
He's still constricted by Chop Chop, right?
Yes.
So Kangbu will pull the onion away from him. You help more, we help more.
Okay. I'm gonna need another intimidation check from you.
Can I help? Is that a thing in this?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that at advantage. Suho looks hungry and is an animal form. Okay.
21 with
21. So he will go on to tell you that he accompanied a number of individuals from an order called the Society, and that he doesn't know why they're here other than they're supposed to help with the mine and oversee it. Essentially, Lord Juan needs to own up to something. He owes somebody. And this guy is just like a grunt, essentially. Look, I was
Sure.
instructed to try to seek ownership over the various areas of the estate. I rose undead to make sure that we have things under control.
Your leader, do they have a name?
If I tell you, they'll kill me.
Perhaps the results may be the same if you don't.
There are things far worse than death.
He pulls the onion back out, such as
He starts crying.
your society. Do they have powers similar to you?
I have obtained my abilities through rigorous training and study.
And so, just to clarify, you aren't part of the society. You are here helping Lord Juan fight against the society.
No, I'm working for the society.
And Lord Juan owes your masters something.
Yes. The details I am not privy to.
What is the thing that killed all those innocent people?
Just as he's about to open his mouth, you hear a scream from the north side of the wall. It is a shrill scream, and it sounds like it might be Lady Lee.
I think Kyungbo just taps Jop Jop, and Jop Jop just squeezes as tight as they can. And Kyungbo's already halfway through the door.
Yeah, I'll run out as well in fox form. I'm gonna scale the wall.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this guy is knocked unconscious again.
I think Jop Jop's just popping their head,
Okay?
if that's possible.
Yep.
Just,
They're
this
gone.
guy's done. All right.
Okay.
Good boy.
I'll follow suit out the door.
Tashi's also gonna run to the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna scale the wall, and as I make to the top of the wall, I might. Well, I'll let you tell us what happens, and I'll decide.
Okay. So, much like how Suho had seen earlier, the group of you are able to scale the wall no problem. And you see an open courtyard. There are a number of buildings. You remember that this room over here towards the northwest was the room that you had seen Lady Lee, that you helped with the exorcism. So that's up here. There's a door right here. This
Is there a door
was,
here too?
yeah, there's a door here.
Okay.
There's a large door here. And there's also a large door here. There also seems to be a smaller building that's isolated off to the side. You see that there are 4 bodies that have been absolutely eviscerated by something large. There are deep rents in the earth of broken weeds and heath here.
Is there still screaming going on?
Yes, you hear screaming from the north.
Yeah,
Like north this
okay.
way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Jop Jop is helping everyone over, and probably Kyungbo's the last one to get over.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Kyungbo is like scaling the wall as like looking as the rest of the team takes action.
Yeah, you're able to drop down wherever you like.
I'm going to shift out of fox form, and I'm going to spend 2 bardic inspiration to resummon my end piece.
Okay.
That is so expensive, by the way.
All right.
For how well it hits, I'd say.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's worth it for sure. If
For
we
sure,
needed
ink
bardic
piece.
inspiration for other things later on. Yep. There's
we'll be
ink
fine.
piece. Blink.
Okay.
And this time I'm painting the ink piece as I remember the lady of the house.
All right. Your ink piece takes the form of Lady Lee So-hyun.
It's just like,
All right. What would you like to do?
I'll like, I'm out of fox form, so I'll point in the direction of where my hearing picks up screams. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone can hear it, but I guess I have acute hearing, so I wanted to make sure it's in the right direction. But I also gesture to keep quiet and look for something very large.
Okay. Yeah, you hear it coming from the northern room here, northern building. You can see that there are large footsteps that lead into the building as well.
I'll just point.
Can I look around for similar glyphs that were in the grove?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll perception for me, please.
19.
19.
Oh,
Plus
I guess
5.
24, yeah.
24. There are no glyphs here. You get the sense that this is supposed to be an extremely well-guarded area. With the guards that are just dead here, it seems like this is probably an area that doesn't require the glyphs. So if something killed these, it was probably some sort of sudden betrayal or something unexpected.
I have a plan, but I bite my tongue and I look back at Tashi.
Please, do go on.
This is your mission.
No, I trust your intuition. Always. You know this.
I can send our lady.
I
If there's something that's after her, maybe confuse her and lead it out into the courtyard.
I do like that.
But I need an actor or an actress to mimic the screams.
I think
On
as
your
this
mark.
conversation is going, Kyungbo's on Jop and just running into the building.
Oh, never mind.
Just like she's screaming. I think they're just running this way, just like straight over here,
Okay.
and going to like see if they can. Kyungbo's on top of Jop, seeing if they can just pull open the door.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. As you see Kyungbo and Chop Chop leaving, what does everyone else do?
I'm going with a plan.
Mhm.
Having her run around and stand here.
Okay.
And I will be pointing. I'll be at a distance pointing at the door.
Okay.
As the ink piece will go and slowly slide. I'm going to try to time it. When Kyomo goes in there, the ink piece will slide the door open. That way it's like a double what the heck, moment.
Tashi will wait for her cue behind the shed right here. She's like fanning her face, getting ready to let out the shrillest scream that she's not used to accessing her voice in that register.
Okay.
As the door open, that'll be the cue. Yeah.
And what about Kingbu?
I think he's caught in between two minds, so he'll keep an eye on Kyungbo and also have an eye line towards the plan.
Okay.
Just hang back a bit.
So, as you wrench the door open, Kyungbo, at the same time the ink piece rounds this door here. The door on the right side appears to have been burst open, so there is no door here. And you can see that there is a hole in the wall connecting these two rooms that would have originally been separated. The room that's closer to the ink piece appears to be a kitchen. There are shattered bits of earthenware pots thrown about in an aftermath of a violent frenzy. A kettle flings to the back of this 10-foot tall room as something is slobbering about inside, busily scavenging the room. On the other side appears to be a bedroom of some sort. You can see that it is also equally shattered and broken down. It seems like something has ravaged the room. The ink piece looks down and sees what appears to be here. I'm going to make it larger just so you can see the token a little better. It's like a little bug thing. The ink piece looks down and sees what appears to be some kind of an insectoid monstrous creature. It has these sort of antenna and these like dragonfly-like wings, and it ends in a sort of like rat-like legs and a rat-like tail. It is clearly some sort of a monster, and it is very small. And it is currently trying to eat stuff in the kitchen. It's just like...
And this is where the screams were coming? This room?
somewhere around here. Kyungbo, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I get it.
Okay. Ooh, that's actually very good. That's an 18 plus 5, so 23.
Okay, you hear something moving around over here, hiding behind some chests and a pot.
Oh, I think Kyungbo is in like pure like action mode, and they're just going and like moving the pot and the rubble and just spreading it out to see what's behind.
So let me go ahead and get everyone to roll initiative here. Just
You don't need
there's
to. Don't worry about it.
there's just so many things going on here. Let's do it all in a fair order. So go ahead and select your tokens and roll for initiative, please.
So if the ink piece, if the ink piece is there, does the scream go off, or not?
No, there is no scream.
Oh no, Tashi was gonna scream for the ink
Oh
piece.
yes. Do you scream? Yes. So Tashi lets go a shrill scream, and you see that this creature, it lifts up its head, lowers down this pot that it had smashed, and it wheels around and looks at the ink piece.
The ink piece. The whole plan was for it. If it noticed, it was gonna run back to the center of the courtyard area so we can ambush it.
Okay.
Whether it follows, then we can do turn order if you want. Whatever.
Yeah. So it looks like it's about to charge after the ink piece. So go ahead and roll initiative, everyone. Select your tokens. And we're gonna go ahead and enter some combat.
Okay, the ink piece shares your initiative. All right, because it has on. Wink.
1, 2. Okay. All right. The ink piece goes first.
Wait, me and the ink piece. I guess you could say.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I let's just say the ink piece's action, so we can just have it, was running back towards me,
Okay.
or like not in this movement, and its action is to hold an attack, and just in case this thing follows out. So it's like damsel in distress, type running, and wants to throw it off guard. If it follows, it'll turn around and do a slam attack. But for now, it'll hold itself. And I'm also, Suho's gonna also, or I will also hold an action with a bow.
All right. Sounds good. Hengbu, it is your turn. You hear Tashi's scream go off.
I think I will also ready in action. I'm gonna shoot off an Eldritch Blast if anything runs out.
Okay.
Into my line of sight.
All right. Sounds good. Kyungbo, you pull apart these various chests and the pots that are strewn about here, and you see hiding amongst them someone very familiar to you. She screams, "Oh, it's
We
you.
were looking for you.
Oh my heavens. Oh,
We
she
found
she
you."
grabs your hands and she's shaking terribly. Something terrible is happening here. There was some monster. It smashed the building. They were screaming. People. Oh, the guards. I don't think they're okay.
I don't think they're okay either, but I'm glad you're okay. We need to get you out of here.
Please, if it's
Okay.
safe.
All right. I think I hop off of Jop Jop, and I say, Chop Chop, we're gonna have to get Lady Wan out of here. But first, Lady Wan, and I think I'm putting or Lady Lee. I think I'm getting Lady Lee onto Chop Chop and like making my way out. The Eldritch Blast whizzing past me from King, who's like ready action. No, that doesn't. But I think we're kind of walking out, and so I think King Boo sees Lady Lee on top of Chop Chop and Kyungbo talking to Lady Lee, and I think maybe the first question Kyungbo is asking Lady Lee is just, we heard that there's a monster here, and it seems like Lord Wan is tied up in the middle of this.
Yes, as soon as I had mentioned my dream to you out in the pavilion, upon my return, my husband threw me into my room and locked me in there. I don't know why. It must be related to what I saw.
Have we told Lady Lee what we found yet?
No.
Like, oh, okay. I think maybe I look over to King Boo as like the eyes of like, do we tell her about it was An Byung-jun,
Yes.
correct? Yeah, An Byung-jun being tied, dragged into the bottom of that pond. I'm like, do we tell her what's going on there? Save it, King Boo.
He's just like,
King who just gestures like, no, don't do it.
Oh, that's unfortunate that your husband did that.
He's
To
been
you.
acting so strange and erratic ever since those guests have been coming into the estate.
The guests aren't very good. They've been doing bad things to the kimchi. But we need to get you out of here. I think that there's something happening probably in his office. Everyone says office to me as if maybe that's where we need to go.
Office. And I imagine you're kind of like moving down here. And
Mhm.
as you say office, she opens this door of the room that you're standing next to. And she points in and she says, "This is his office. There's a secret passage.
Where?
You can access it through the bookcase."
Case. The bookcase. Okay. Any. What's in a secret passage? Is there bad things?
And I imagine it's about here that your turn will be over. Because it's only about like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Next in the turn order is Tashi.
Right now, what do I see and perceive? Is there...
So you can see the ink piece, which is currently mimicking the visage of Lady Lee, is running out from what appears to be a kitchen.
Okay, I think I'm going to ready a short bow shot for when the Jomangu comes out into sight. Whatever
Okay.
is chasing her. Yeah, just... I think that's all I can do. Take a ready action for that and then ready the shot.
Okay. Next is the Chomangu. As it begins to rush out of the kitchen here, it's chasing after what is supposed to be Lady Lee. It comes into line of sight. So you both get your triggers here.
Hmm.
Okay. What bow it is, boink.
Let's go.
Okay. Has an armor class of 14, so a 24 is a hit.
Nice.
Is that what I did? I can't tell. Oh, here we go. Wait.
That is from
did I?
King Boo.
Yes. Oh.
Yes, sorry. There's 3 triggers here. Okay, so it's a 21 short bow attack from Suho. That's a hit. 24 Eldritch Blast. That's a hit. 22
Oh,
short bow
nice.
from Tashi. They're all hits.
The ink piece gotta go too.
Dude.
It gets barraged.
Yeah, it does come right up to the ink piece, so the ink piece will
Okay. Oh my
also
gosh.
technically get a chance to go too.
Right.
So you just see this like little impish bug
17.
thing just sort of, and it's just like drooling and dribbling as it's
Oh,
coming
it's
up.
running? I'm envisioning it flying, but it's on the ground.
Yeah, it's on the ground.
That's even better.
Okay, what did you say his class was 14?
Yes.
Okay, so the ink piece will try to attack it, but then I'll send a command and say get down, and all the barrage happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's
Okay,
10
damage
force
time.
damage from Kengbu.
8 damage from me.
Okay.
And that would be a 15 damage
Oh my
from
God.
Hashi.
18 plus 15.
Okay,
20,
so
28. 33 damage.
okay,
Oh, goodness.
so what happens here is, all right, let's see. What's the order here? So technically, Kengbu would go first. So Kengbu, you let off your Eldritch Blast, and as it hits the side of this creature, you hear a, and it begins to grow in size.
Oh, no.
And then as it takes this hit from the Suho with the short bow, it goes and it grows even larger in size. And as it takes this short bow attack from Tashi, and you see that its visage
Sweet.
begins to change with every time it takes this damage here, and it transforms. It no longer looks like a shrimpy little guy. It looks more like this larger.
Oh, gross.
That tail is
Whoa.
disgusting. Okay.
Bad man.
It's a
Yeah.
rat man.
You see this.
Kyungbo is like holding Lady Lee's head as looking over his shoulder just to
Head?
make sure she's. Yeah, just so she doesn't like turn back,
Oh.
turn around as this thing is
God.
like growing above the
I thought you
structure.
were just holding her up with her head. That was like
Oh, yeah.
bruh.
Kind of.
Brutal. She dangling.
So it is now
Yeah.
of the huge classification. And it's
Nice.
now its turn. As it is this huge category, you see as it comes up to the ink piece, it brings down its scythe-like hand.
No.
It's a 15
Oh.
hit the ink piece. Yes.
Yes, it does.
It does a total of 13 slashing damage as it goes smashing into the ink piece.
She goes to scream, but nothing comes out. It's just a mime at this point.
And it does it again.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. I need to roll to attack, not just damage. 17. It
Oh,
hits.
yeah, that hits.
It hits.
Yeah.
So it takes 17 more damage as it brings the other
Ugh.
scythe and
It explodes the ink piece. Okay. 17, that is dead.
splat. Okay, it is now your turn, Suho.
So I will run this way. 35 feet. How much is a short bow? 60?
That sounds right.
Let's see. I think it's 60. So here.
I think it's
Goodness
60 to
gracious.
120, probably.
I'm so used to the other. There we go. Oh yeah, that's in range. I will, instead of hitting it, I don't know if it's gonna grow bigger. I am going to resummon. I'm use my bardic inspiration to resummon the ink piece, and I am out of bardic inspiration.
Okay.
That's 2. God, I have so many things open. Okay. Well, no. All right. And this back. And this time, I'm going. It's not gonna. Oh, it's gonna be the lady again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so what
I
does
don't know
it
if this
look
thing's
like
being
as
controlled.
like there's like an ink splatter over there and you're like re-summoning it? What does this look like?
Right. So the ink will absorb into the ground and it will travel along the grass and then swirl up and create an ink ball and then it will slam into the ground and then you'll see arms and legs start forming into the lady. I was gonna make it more graphic to where it's like the muscle and the bone and the muscle and all that stuff, but let's just for time's sake, it'll form into the lady. She'll dust herself off and she'll go, I have a little mean look on her face. And I'll say, this time don't get destroyed. And that is my turn. And then the ink piece will take one step forward and then get ready to take one step forward and then look how big the thing is, because the last time I remembered it wasn't as big. And it will stay there and ready in action. If it comes anywhere near this area that it's in, it will take action to do ink slam.
Okay. Kengbu, you see this little shrimpy demon thing just sort of grow, grow. And now it clearly is like as big as the building, or sorry, as tall as the building.
Kangbu will sort of be stunned for a moment and then motion for his distant companions. And then he'll turn to Kyungbo and be like, find the passage quickly. Then he'll see 10, 20, 30, run towards. And he's a curious experimenting type, so he's just going to fire off another Eldritch Blast
Okay.
at this
Maybe it'll pop.
thing.
Why
not?
Okay, armor
Can't
class
get any bigger.
is 14, so that will hit. 7
force damage.
As your Eldritch Blast slams into this thing, it reels back. You want to try to drag it towards you?
No, thank you.
Okay. It staggers from the blow and then it corrects itself. It doesn't seem like it's going to get any bigger.
Okay. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Kyungbo, you're up.
All right. Yeah, I think listening to Kyungbo holding Lady Lee's head so she doesn't look back
Yeah.
behind her.
She's just
goes-
like kind of cowering and she's also trying to hide her eyes. She does not want to look at this thing.
Also seeing Suho manifest her again. Or yeah, because she would have just watched herself just get eviscerated by this thing. So, okay.
This
So
could be you. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is you again.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Kyungbo's going to be like, we need to find the secret passage. Can you show us where it is?
Yes, of course. It's right here. She'll basically like lead you inside. And you see that this is a cabinet lined room with many, many books. Let me zoom in.
Okay.
You see many, many books laying out here, and there is a flat cushion and also a small table. There's a cup of tea that has long since been cooled that is half full on the table as well. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
How about a natural 1?
Fantastic. There's lots of books.
No, that's a 6. It's a 6.
Lots of books. Okay.
Yeah, Kyungbo is just like not even looking around in the room at all. They're just kind of focused on where Lady Lee is showing.
Yeah, she delicately moves between a number of books and she reaches in and she activates a mechanism. You hear the sound of the bookcase mechanically sliding to the side, and then there is a ladder that opens up to reveal itself, going down underground.
Well, hearing like the screams outside, Kyungbo goes, well, I think we're gonna have to fight the big bug. And will look at Lady Lee and go, well, maybe you just stay here for a while.
All right.
If something happens, go down.
Okay.
Is that a good idea?
You just see her just hide behind a bookshelf over here.
Oh, you're good at that. Okay, I think Kyungbo is just gonna turn around, pull their bangmangi off their back. And I think Kyungbo instructed Jop to stay there and like guard the like entryway.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if like Kyungbo would just be able to like jump on Jop, and I think maybe that would be their turn.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
So you can get to
Cool.
about here.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Tashi, you are up. See this enormous creature.
So each time we've seen this creature gain size, it's been from a ranged attack so far, right?
Yes. Except for the last Eldritch Blast that King Boo hit it with. It seems to have not enlarged from that.
Either it hates these blades or something about ranged arrows, ranged damage is not good. I'm gonna try to get close and slice it.
All right. You slide forward.
Right.
Flanking this way so that I can get just a little bit closer to the friends.
Yeah.
And let's go for the rapier slice.
Okay. 24 is a hit. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
All right.
Okay. That's going to be 15 damage.
Nice.
It turns its big, massive, bulbous eyes onto you. Anything else?
Could I bonus action disengage
Yes. Yes, you can.
and try to get a couple steps further? So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can cross to there ish.
Okay. You begin to book it. On its turn, you see it takes a jump and it lands right in between the ink piece and Tashi. It is going to...
Can Ink Piece attack now and me since it's in our vision?
Yes.
In our field of view? Okay,
Yes.
great.
Ink piece, go off.
So this has definitely proven Asuho's point of it looks like it's just really wanting the lady. Well, that's what it looks like. So in my head, I'm like, it's at disadvantage because of the anyway, I can Pathfinder. I will, yes, Ink Piece will go up and slam into its shin.
All right.
And hopefully do some damage. Where is this? I have so many windows open. Here we go. 15.
15 is a
Nice,
hit.
nice.
And this will be for, come on.
Oh,
Nice. 12 damage
12
and it's acid.
acid. Oh my god. Okay. So it takes a 12 acid damage and you hear this shrill piercing cry as it writhes from the pain. It does manage to slip away from the ink piece's grappling attack, but this has left a serious burn mark on the side of this creature.
And I will follow up with a short bow attack. Suho will shoot as it's reeling back.
Okay. Unfortunately, a 6
Oh
is
my
a
god!
miss.
I saw the 22. I was like, "Yay!" And then I moved.
I
to my
imagine what
window.
happens is like it's reeling and writhing from the acid attack, and its wings go up, and you shoot the wings, but it doesn't really need the wings or anything. So the arrow just goes straight through.
That'll be okay. That's my reserved actions.
Okay, it will attempt to attack the ink piece first. That's a natural one. It
Ooh,
misses.
Nice.
Imagine you hitting the wing with the bow. It like falls off balance and it tries to smack its arm down and it misses. The second attack, it is going to also try to attack the ink piece again. The 17, which hits, and it does 16 damage here as it smashes into the creature. It is now the
It
ink
hurts.
piece's turn.
Ink Piece is so mad. Ink Piece is gonna bite the shin. Where it is with another ink slam, but it's gonna slam his head, and then you'll see the mouth widen, way wider than it's supposed to like a very horrific jaw disengage and just bite onto it. All right. Windows. There it is. Ooh, 19.
19's a hit.
10.
10 acid damage.
Oof.
Oh,
This
Okay.
is crazy.
it is
It is. It's like
wild.
Crazy.
I want to play this in another game.
Just be the ink piece.
Jeez Louise. I just want to play the ink piece.
Dang. Okay, 10 acid damage. Another burn across its body here. It
if it had
manages to
advantage, it was
pull
a-
back. Yeah, it manages to pull back from the grappling attack, and it is stumbling. It is bleeding. This creature does not look like it will be able to take much more than that. King Boo, it is your turn.
Wait, it's my turn.
You're right. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's
Suho.
okay.
No, you said you wanted to be the ink piece, so now
Yeah,
you are.
yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah,
That's why I
yeah.
went first instead of me.
Suho just goes last.
The ink piece is the main character now.
Yeah, it is. I will do a short bow attack. I'm very simple.
Okay.
Wait, I pressed it. Did it work? No. What is going on? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong thing. There we go. 22.
22 is a hit.
Nice.
Boom, 7. I shoot it right in the place where it got bit. Dude, you ever
You-
bump your shin on a table? Yeah, it hurts.
Swing it smacks into the creature here, diving deep into the flesh and the sinew of this creature.
Oh,
It collapses, defeated.
Piece will walk over and constantly stomp on it. Just disgusting. And
And
I
that's
am done.
the end of combat here.
Kyungbo's trying to get Suho's attention, like,
Oh.
change the ink piece. As
Oh,
looking
I
back
don't-
at Lady.
I definitely don't hear you. So I run over because I think you're in danger. And the ink piece is gonna run in front of me, bust through the doors, and look around. We finally defeated whatever that thing was. Where's the lady?
No,
Did
no,
you
we
get her
didn't-
out of here? And it's just like looking around and like a guard dog.
Job just like tackles it. Just
Oh, do you tackle
Just
it when
try-
it gets to the lady?
Yeah, Job
Okay.
is trying to just flatten their entire body on top of this ink piece, so Lady Lee does not get another piece of trauma tonight.
Okay. Roll an attack. I want to see if it hits.
Okay. Oh no, that's a 5 plus 4.
Oh yeah,
9.
yeah. It definitely it slips
Just-
through and just like looks at the lady and points. At her.
The lady kind of cowers where she's hiding, and she looks up at the ink piece. Her eyes go wide, and she looks more confused than anything else. She doesn't get up from her hiding place, though.
Mhm.
Suho, control your ink piece.
Oh, we found it. I found
Lady
her.
Lady Lee's here. She's okay. This is just Suho's friend. That looks like you, and acts. It does not act like you.
As it dissipates, it turns
No,
into
no.
ink in front of her.
She's
Oh,
just
And I
like
bottle it up.
bewildered. She leans
That-
back. As this is happening, Hingbu and Tashi, you see that the Chomangu has been defeated, and its small, shrimpy body has been pulverized here into the ground. What do you want to do now? You can see that Hyungbo and Suho have rushed into the building over on the side.
Definitely to the offices, I think. Yeah. I don't think I would have anything else to do out here.
Okay.
Kangaroo's gonna walk up to the crushed thing and just out of a culinary curiosity examine the meat.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me survival.
Okay.
Real good.
Hashi
17.
sees this as she's like running towards the others, and is like, "Don't you dare cook that!"
A 17. Okay, with a 17, you're sort of looking at the bits that do remain of this creature. It is definitely a monstrosity of some kind. You can classify it as that. And it looks like it's made out of the pieces of almost every loathed verminous creature, like bug pieces, rat pieces. None of these individual pieces are anything that anyone would enjoy eating necessarily. You don't think that it'd be worth salvaging any bits.
No good. And I'll join the rest in the office.
Okay. As you are reunited here in the office and Lady Lee realizes that whatever threat was assailing you has been defeated, she begins to crawl out of the hiding space and straighten up. You can tell from her hair being displaced and the way that she's shaking that she is very afraid and she's very unsure of what's going on. She points to the very clear hatch that has opened up in this office. That's the way to my husband's study.
Would you like to leave?
I don't know where I would go.
We do. And I look towards Kimbo and ask Kimbo, and ask if is any way you can have Chop Chop lead her back to, or does this, I try to choose my words, friend of yours, can it operate on its own?
Well, Chop Chop certainly is one of the most exquisite escorts, and will be able to take Miss Lady Lee to a quite suitable place that she may rest with ease and safety.
Yes, and the owner of that said place, if we're on the same wavelength, knows the lady quite well.
It's the inn.
Right. Okay. If you think that is the best idea, I don't wish any harm onto you. Perhaps you should come with me. Perhaps we should leave together and seek safety.
Well, as mudang, our oath is to make sure that we protect people from all of the strange things, not just in the physical realm, but also in the spiritual realm. And this seems like something, with everything that has been going on with you and the things that we've learned along the way, seems like, pardon my language, a butt we need to wipe.
If you insist, then I shall defer to your expertise. You are, after all, mudang, and I trust you with my life.
Well, I think Kyungbo just will go over to Chop Chop and be like, Chop Chop, I have a very important mission for you. You need to get Lady Lee to the inn. And then, as fast as you can, come back. Can you do that, Chop Chop?
Go ahead and roll me animal handling.
Animal handling. Haha, that's a 2 + 6.
Okay.
8.
So what I imagine is that Chop Chop will take Lady Lee to safety, but probably will not come back.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So-
right.
So we see Lady Lee get on top of Chop Chop, and the two of them begin to head towards the direction of town, leaving effectively the group of you here. You see this hatch before you, and it goes deep into the earth. You suspect that if there's something to discover, it's probably on the other side of this ladder. It is a narrow descent. You'll have to go one by one.
I can go first if no one else wants to.
I'm guessing it's
Um,
really dark down there too.
I should go
Yes.
first. I can see better down there.
I have dark vision.
Tashin Kengbu.
Mhm. But you both go.
Hmm.
2 and 2.
I've
Tash-
seen a darker than this. But she's gonna lead the way.
Okay. Hashi begins to descend. Ingbu shortly after. As you descend, there is a smell of deep earth and steel. Damp covers the walls of this small tunnel that you descend, and you see that the simplistic beauty of the room above fades away into darkness. Bloody iron hits your nose. And as you descend, first Tashi, then Kingbu. Tashi, as soon as you clear the ladder, you step down and you back up. Kingbu is descending with you. You hear spring.
The spring is in like the mechanism or like a water spring?
A spring as in a mechanism as someone attempts to
Ooh.
shoot you. The hand crossbow.
Oh,
You take 7 piercing damage as someone who appears to have been waiting here in the darkness hits you.
I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
The bolt smacks into your shoulder. It cuts across, making a jagged red line across your shoulder here as you cast Hellish
Ah.
Rebuke.
Wait, can I see them? I need to see them in order to cast this.
Yes, you can see them. You
Okay.
wheel around and you look at them. You see someone that is wearing dark clothing. Their features are obscured. They are clearly trying to kill you with a... They meant to aim for your throat and they missed. Go ahead and roll your Hellish Rebuke for me.
Hmm. Da-da-da-da-da. That would be a... Sorry, I'm not sure what to roll to cast this. I have one spell.
Yes. Let me look it up for you.
I think it's
I'll Pull it
3d10.
in.
Is it under your...
I think it's a-
2d10,
It's a
and the
2d10,
creature
right?
makes a dex save. Here, I'll put.
Thank you so much. 2d10.
Okay. Dex save. Rolled a 14.
I don't know what your spell save DC. I think it's 10 plus your spellcasting modifier.
I
Okay.
imagine...
It's odd because my sheet says no spellcasting ability and no spell save DC.
It's gonna be your dexterity. Yeah, so that hits.
Oh,
Okay.
incredible.
So go ahead and roll 2d10 damage for me.
Mm. I think that's what I rolled just
Yeah,
above.
9.
Okay, perfect.
The 9.
Describe to me what this looks like. It can look like anything you like as you just a knee-jerk reaction set off this burning damage. Sears across this person.
The black tint that covers most of Tashi's like upper face forehead, it comes down further, and her eyes darken from the amber color you were used to. And they darken, and her mouth opens further than you expect. She shouts back, "Not only are you a coward, but you can't even hit your shot. Pick a struggle."
Fire erupts across their arm and they drop the crossbow. And in
And that
one,
same flame is like, oh, sorry.
go ahead.
And that same flame is like the inky black that you see on her face too.
As they drop the crossbow, they will draw their short sword. I will have everyone roll for initiative here.
Did we make it down or are we still up here? Me and
The group of you, so go ahead and roll initiative here. You hear something happening below.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. Five. Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Suho, you are up first. So you will essentially, it will take you about 5 movement to go down the ladder.
Okay.
So it'll be 5, 10, 15, 20. It'll take 25 movement to be in front of Tashi.
Oh, yeah, I can move 35, so I will. Does Tashi scream out when you get shot? Or oh, no, you screamed out in Hellish Rebuke. Okay. The many things. I will. This will be fun. I will descend down the ladder really fast, and you'll just see a shadow just happen to plot right in front of you. Here, and where am I?
I'll go ahead and move you for you.
Okay, thank you. And with that, I'm going to look in the direction of the possible danger, just by the way Tashi's facing, and my eyes will glow bright red as I cast sleep on this target.
Ooh, okay.
Wink. Oh, good
All
luck.
right. What does your sleep look like as they collapse to the ground unconscious?
It's almost like you've probably seen this in like anime or something, but the eyes will glow really bright red, and it'll be a pulse, like a blood pulse, and the area would get dark around the enemy. They get really dark, and these shadows will then rive up its body. It's the shadows is of a woman, Gumiho. She'll take her hands and then take her fingers and place it into the eyes and rake down the face as it puts into sleep as the shadow dissipates.
There's a dull thud as this person drops down. You can see that in their last moment, you casting the spell, they were trying to turn to run into what appears to be an adjoining room around this elbow. They're trying to run further in. They end up falling onto the ground unconscious here. So effectively, combat is over, question mark?
Dude, I need to play bards, man. What is going on? Yeah. So I was like, "Are you okay? You're in danger." And as I'm saying that, I will keep my eyes on the enemy.
Kyungbo, you're at the top of the ladder here looking down. There doesn't seem to be very much space below you.
Do you guys need me down there? Should I? Is there space?
We'll make room. Come on down.
It's really dark. Is there
okay.
any light coming down from down there?
No, there's no light that you can see.
Give me 1 second, and then
We don't
grab.
Oh, sorry. We don't smell any like fermentation or like wine down here, right? Nothing.
There is no wine, but you smell metal, and you also smell blood.
All right. I'll strike a matchstick and ready a torch for Kyungbo.
Okay.
I think as you're doing that, Kyungbo actually has taken a candle, and with their like druid craft, their mudang specialty, beseech spirit wisp, they're able to light the candle. They drip a little bit of wax on the top of their wooden head, and they stick a candle on top of their head. And they climb their way down.
Okay. So as you begin to shuffle in, can I get perception checks from each and every one of you?
Do we still have the hour of bonus +5? Sorry.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say yes. It's gonna be it's gonna end pretty soon, but for intents and purposes
Like
of
at the
this,
end of this episode.
Yeah.
It's +5, right?
Plus
Yes.
5.
Mhm.
Okay, so 16 for me. I guess.
Okay.
Same.
16 from Kangbu, from Suho, a 13 from Tashi.
And a 28 from Kyungbo with a candlestick on.
Okay. It sounds like something dripping, like perhaps like a leaky pipe or something like that down here. It's really hard to tell. The sound of the group of you like awkwardly shuffling in this very tight tunnel, it generates a lot of noise. It's really hard to detect anything. Kyungbo, you hear the sound of metal scraping, almost as if something's being turned, and the hushed voices of people around the corner. You get the sense that you're about to walk into an ambush. And it makes sense with the sleeping individual here right at the foot. It seems like they were waiting. This was supposed to be an initial shot and they're trying to bait you into another ambush.
Guys, quiet. I think there's more people around the corner. And I think there's a trap.
Well, I'm just keeping an eye on this spy here, making sure, and until I hear that everyone's okay.
Could I investigate for any kinds of spouts, tripwires?
Yes. I'll say that you have to move up pretty close here, but go ahead and do an investigation for me.
Sure. Oh my goodness, I'm rolling terrible.
A 5.
It's a 10.
10. Okay. With a 10, there doesn't seem to be any traps. Hold on, I'll reveal just a wee little bit more. Just a wee little bit more. Just a wee little bit. That's all you get to see.
The spy's asleep, yes?
Yeah, they're magically asleep. Like, you can, like, drag them, move them, manipulate them. Unless you, like, make an effort to, like, you know, shake them awake, they're not gonna wake up.
Do
You don't have to be delicate.
do they have a mask on?
Yes. As you...
Is there any...
Huh?
Is there any merit in perhaps taking all his clothes and pretending to be him?
You get the sense that people are probably looking right at the person who's on the ground. So they'll probably kind of be able to tell.
Just slowly disrobing him.
Dragging
2
him off
arms.
scene.
Yeah.
Wait, it's dark in here, right? Or is there light?
It's dark in here. Well, Kyungbo
guess
is
I can
now
see.
generating light.
I'd like a
basically.
small candle.
Way
can
back
turn
in the
it off,
back, though, right? No. You're way away from us. So,
Yeah.
if they see what's going on, then they must be able to see in the dark. So, or have dark vision.
Here. That is the range of the candle.
Oh wow. Okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's 30 feet.
Guess you could drag the body. That'd be even weirder.
You could just take the body.
I'm going to just say 2 words. And then you guys can figure out what you want to do with it. The 2 words are meat shield.
I like how you think, Kyungbo.
It's been a long day.
And here I thought you were just a big softie. You do have some spark about you, huh?
Yeah. I'm not proud of it.
Well, he's the largest one that can probably pick something up. I'm not. I don't have the strength to do so. That's for sure. I can. I think I'm not really too much smaller as a fox. I can switch places with Kimbo if he wants
Oh.
to.
Kangbu, do you have any spells or anything to?
I could make clones of myself to make it harder to be hit,
That's
or I could run around the corner and teleport back.
maybe it's up to you. Think both plans work? One safer than the other?
I'll cast
both.
mirror image on myself.
Okay.
And you see, three sort of semi-transparent copies of myself. Just pop up in angles around me, and I'll take a slow but large step around the corner.
Okay. I'm gonna shuffle everyone around a little bit here. Okay.
Can Kyungbo be ready to grab this spy
Yeah,
and
yeah.
rush forward with them? Okay.
Okay, so I'll playing like Jenga with your tokens. Okay. All right, so Kangbu, you're gonna take like a quick step forward, and then you're gonna step back. Is that the plan?
I'm just gonna see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Use
Oh, yeah, and then see the like area, and then maybe you could do your teleport thing somewhere once you see the area.
Okay. So this is what happens.
Hmm.
Kangbu, I need a dex saving throw from you.
Okay. Okay, 19.
Nice.
Excellent. All right, so Kangbu, you have your. Is it a Misty Step?
I have it, ready. I'm not gonna use it quite yet.
Okay. So Kangbu, you step into the bend here, and it opens up into what appears to be a large workshop. You can see that there are what appears to be makeshift cells to the north and south here. There are a number of people flanking around who's very visibly Lord Wan Songju. You see that he has pointed right at you what appears to be
A whole ass cannon.
a large cannon. And as soon as he sees you, he goes,
Step.
he attempts to shoot you with the cannon. With the 19 that
Okay.
you rolled, you are able to dodge out of the way.
Does it hit the sleeping?
Yeah, can
guy?
I?
Oh,
I
no.
think I'm like ready, because like we talked about the plan of Kangbu
Yeah,
possibly like teleporting. So I think I'm, as Kangbu steps out, I'm grabbing this spy and holding them up, and about to like rush down this hallway.
It's a cannon.
Is that
though.
possible?
Okay. Yes. All right. So, Lord Wang Songju uses his Hydrasong cannon.
Oh, good.
He is going to deal. Wow, I rolled like minimal damage there.
Oh my god.
So, Kangbu,
Give him a
you,
shea ball.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. Chat. I rolled a 1 and a 2. So, Kangbu, you take 1 damage here with that 19 as just the edge of this hail of bullets comes raining towards you. You are able to get out of the way without. You don't need to expend anything. You just step out of the way. The Kyungbo, go ahead and roll me a dex saving throw. You won't take any damage here, but the spy definitely will.
14 plus 1, 15.
Okay, so the spy takes 1 damage here as you charge forward with this meat shield. They wake up, they're like, "Ugh, ugh, ugh." As you rush forward with this individual, and you can see very clearly that there are 3 other people here flanking Lord Wang Songju. There's a person imprisoned here who appears to be a femme person cowering in on themselves. And the spy is now definitely awake, although restrained. I'm going to need everyone to go ahead and roll me initiative.
All right.
Wink. Nice.
Oh, good initiative. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. Kyungbo, you are first. What would you like to do here as you rush forward with the spy in hand? They are awake now, so they're definitely going to be fighting you. Any movement here on is going to be difficult terrain if you try to pull them with you.
Okay. 5, 10. Okay, Stella. Here's my
Brandon.
question.
Yes.
That what was it called? A Hydrasong cannon. It
Mhm.
does it have like an opening, or is it kind of like machine gun? What's the like vibe of the whole?
It is more like a machine gun. You would have seen the barrel basically turning as it like just pelted out bullet after bullet.
Okay. Here's what I would like to do. I want to move forward with this spy and just smush them into this cannon, like right on the front of the cannon, and just hold them onto that cannon, just restraining both the cannon and this spy onto each other.
Okay. I will say this is going to take your action and probably all of
Love
your
it.
movement.
Okay.
All right, you just go straight up in there. Everyone else around the bend, you just see Kyungbo just commit. You hear a hail of bullets just further down, and he just rushes forward. On Lord Wang Hongju's turn, he has to roll a d6 to recharge. He doesn't manage to succeed. You see, as he reels back from your unexpected charge, he will reach forward and tries to touch you with his hand. And as he's reaching forward, you see fire envelop his hand as he tries to burning hands you. I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Okay. Ooh, that's only a 9.
Okay. You are going to take 9 fire damage as you see this fire just erupt over the spy, and it wraps around them, and it also hurts you. Kyungbo, have you been this close to fire?
I think there is like a moment of like a flashback, and as Lord Wan erupts this flame from their hands, the flame engulfing Kyungbo, and I'm guessing the spy as well.
Yeah, they just straight up perish. Like,
and as this spy is burning in Kyungbo's hand, there's like a millisecond, a moment flashback of Kyungbo reaching into burning rubble and flipping a body over, and their entire body is just scorched, blackened, like bits of their skull or the flesh around the skull has burnt away. And Kyungbo has just this moment of seeing that individual perished in front of them and watching the spy, the same thing happen to their face as just the flesh burns. And Kyungbo, like instinctually, same as they did in the flashback, drop the body, and the spy tumbles to the ground.
okay. There is a dull, meaty thwack as the body hits the ground. Lord Wan Songju is... You wouldn't understand. Hashi.
And I think Kyungbo is just kind of still there with this cannon just pointed straight towards their chest, bits of their wooden form still flicking on fire.
Hashi, it is your turn.
I have a question. This cannon is called the Hydrasong cannon, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell if it's powered with gunpowder?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Mm. That's a 15? Oh, sorry, the 13.
Okay. A 13. You aren't sure. It's possible.
It's possible. So, here's what I would like to happen. I don't know if it can happen in a single turn. I have Griffin grease, and my character in a past life would have been around fireworks a lot, having a close understanding of like how gunpowder would act, and how bullets would exit from a tube if the pressure behind it is stronger than what's in front of it. Usually an open cavity would allow for that kind of low friction release.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if there's any way I could take rope or perhaps like bundled up cloth around the tip of fine arrows that I have and shoot it into the hole of the individual holes of the cannon and try to blow it up.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna need a sleight of hand check from you.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the DC is gonna be 18. The holes are pretty small, but if you're right on the money, then yes, absolutely.
All right.
I will say though, before you roll,
Mm-hmm.
if this thing explodes, Kyungbo might be in danger. Kyungbo is
Do it.
right in front of it.
And fire, yes. Oh my goodness.
Listen, you said you wanted difficult choices in this campaign.
Do it.
I'll say it right
Do it.
here and now. If you do this and you hit, this will pretty much just blow up everyone on that side of the room.
Oh, but I don't want to hurt my friend.
I will say just above table, Kyungbo won't die, but will definitely get fucked up.
Is there any way I can hold my action? I as Suho is next to me, I tell him of this plan. It's crazy. It sounds insane. If there's anything you can do to help our friend, help shield him, move him out of the way as we attempt this.
When you say
Please do
that,
it.
I smile. I am chaotic natured. I am all for it. And I say, yeah, sure, go. Do it. You'll see a different side of Suho.
So I think Tashi's going to try to still her breath and wait until after Suho perhaps goes. Or even Kengbu. So that both of them have a chance to do something before we go nuclear with it.
Okay. Suho, you want to do anything?
I'm going to act like I'm doing something, but I'm so entranced by this thought. Everyone has been taking such careful initiatives and actions that it was boring me. And I haven't been saying much. I've been waiting for someone to make a drastic measure. Sometimes you have to do what's best for the overall. And if that means sacrificing someone, that's a part of the job. So be like, yeah, sure. He'll hold the hand up, but it isn't readying anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Help action for Tashi.
Suho, go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Sure. Oh, I specialize in deception. Wait a minute. Oh, and I rolled really bad.
An 8. Okay.
I'm smiling too wide.
We'll figure out what that means later, but everything is just happening really quickly. Kengbu, you have a chance to do something here. Do you want to try something?
Yeah, I've got really one course of action. we'll start by saying I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on the Lord himself.
Okay.
Okay, is a 17 hit?
Ooh.
17 does hit.
Thank God. So wait, why is it adding 7?
That's because the second number was a crit, so it's just 6 damage.
Okay. So yeah, 6 force damage. I will use my last invocation to cast Grasp of Hadar and pull the Lord 10 feet closer, which should hopefully be between the cannon and Kyungbo.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's really nice.
Wow. Okay, this will
Good thinking.
definitely help. Yeah. So you see,
That's all I got.
you see this hand just, and it just like drags Lord Wang's Hongju just past underneath the wheels of this cannon and just drags him
Ooh.
in front of Kyungbo. Hashi, go ahead and roll that sleight of hand for me. You have to roll 18 or higher.
Do it.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Let's give it a shot. Ah!
That's a natural 20.
Holy. Oh, blows up. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I've been rolling 2s and 3s all day.
Hashi,
Oh, man.
for a moment, all you hear is your own heartbeat, your own breathing, as you slow everything down. You see your mark. You see an opening. What's going on through your mind? What do we see?
You see, as she embodies stillness in a way you don't often witness. Someone always fidgeting, always restless. But as she looks down this very narrow shot between Kyungbo standing down the doorway with Lord Wan in front of the barrel as well, she lines up the shot. And with all the anger of the lost love and the pain and the suffering that this lord has surely caused, not just his own wife, but everyone who inhabits this town. She lets out that exhale and squeezes the trigger on her bow. Or sorry, no, it's a short bow, so it would just be like letting go of that string.
You see almost in slow motion as this single arrow just whirls through the air, cutting past Kyungbo, past Lord Wan, and straight into the barrel of the Hydrasong cannon. The room.
So, may I do something in this moment?
Maybe.
Would I be able to grab Lord Wan? And as this is like kind of happening, Kyungbo looks at him and goes, "You're the reason. You, men like you, are the reason why humanity does not deserve this world. You come here and just burn it all to the ground, and we won't let that keep happening."
As you say that, the room explodes. And that is where we're going to end our session for today.
Sick.
Oh my gosh.
So it's just like, do it.
Oh my god, that net 20.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Tashi.
So perfect that you hit a
Oh
nat
my
20.
gosh. I don't think we rolled like any this episode, and right?
So, yeah, it was always on the second rolls. That's why.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, everyone that is watching us from YouTube. And thank you so much to our cast and our sponsor, Nine Heavens Press. We are going to go around and do some outros here. Please, 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 last chance, use !enter to join the giveaway. We're going to round this out at the end of the stream here. And if you're watching us from YouTube, please join our giveaway over on Blue Sky. All right. Tell me who you are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of today's episode was. And we'll start with Frank.
Hello, I'm Frank or Technique, and I played Suho today, and I can be found on Twitch at Technique. That's TEECHNIQ. No U, no E. And if you want to follow me on socials, Blue Sky is Technique as well, and TikTok is Technique.tv, and on YouTube is Technique TV. My favorite part, man, there's so many. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious, there's too many. I'm trying to pick one. Okay, let me think real quick. Oh my goodness. I think the onion up the nose. That stuff. Oh my god, I can only imagine. I have very sensitive senses, so I can. It almost made me gag. So that was really good. That was a really good tactic. Yeah, I think. Okay, I think you did really, really, really well with your decisions. They were very out of the box, and I'm a big fan of out of the box decisions. Other than just like hit button, I really, really like that. And when Stella was just like, "There's worse things than death," and you held the onion, that was great. That's definitely one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you very much. Kay!
Hello, I'm Kay. You can find me on Twitch and Blue Sky at ReplayK. I had the pleasure of playing Kangbu tonight. My favorite moment, I think the easy answer is the Nat 20 lineup shot into a cannon at the end, and like where everything just worked out inch perfectly, all the steps, and yeah, it's nice to end things with a big boom,
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll head on over to Brendan.
Hello everyone. Brandon R. Kim. You can find me on socials at Brandon R. Kim on everywhere places. Man, yeah, I think I have to just reiterate just like that last scene, and just like Frank, just the turn of just like do it. Just do it. I just like felt like I love those scenes where like you feel like you're in it. And it's not just like the show, it's not just like, the game, but it's like, oh, like I see the dungeon, the flickering lights, the cannon. Like I see Suho behind Tashi just saying, I see Kangbu pulling Lord Wan like underneath the cannon. Like it's just all so vivid, and I mean, just props to everyone here to like making a scene like that. And that's why I love to play these games, or for moments like that.
Thank you very much. And oh my god, I love the commitment. Kyungbo just went in there. That was so cool. Props to you as well. And then we've got Faria.
Nat 20.
I might have killed Groot. I don't know how to live with myself. Oh my gosh. I was so sure I was going to roll another 2. That was not expected at all. But hi, I'm Fariha. I've been playing Tashi tonight. And you can find me at Fariha on Twitch and also YouTube, where I do full-time content creation, as well as Ask Fariha on all the other social media platforms with like cosplay things, TTRPG things, big variety of fun stuff. But my favorite part of today was other than that like very explosive ending, talk about ending it with a bang. I feel like the little moment of vulnerability we saw from Kyungbo when he was recovering from the like enfeeblement spell, and seeing someone who's always so like sure of himself and is like ruling the world feel small and be, avoidant of that.
There was a lot of stuff that happened in such a short window of time here. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Really appreciate it. Please be also sure to check out the Black Market Guide to Immortality. It is coming soon to BackerKit. You can scan this QR code here, or you can head over to our socials for more information. It's going to have a ton of monsters and class options that are featured from mythologies and folklore of China, Japan, and Korea. So a lot of really cool stuff, especially if, you know, you're one of those people who have seen K-pop Demon Hunters recently. You're going to like all that stuff is all there, so check it out. But that's going to be it for us. We will be back next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the 5th, and we're going to be continuing the adventure. We're going to see what happens. Have a good night, everyone. Please take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Bye!